Morning, guys. Hope y'all are okay. One of ours got put in jail last night. PC Ryder. Need to get her out. Well, she's out. People are there to try to get her out, but we need to help her probably afterwards. Um, this is her. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? This is Peachy Ryder's PayPal. If anybody would like to help her out, $1 will go a long way. Hey, Heather, almost angelic. Hello, G-Mom Pam. Hey, who is who? Um, hey, she who walks, who talks to the wind. And yeah, they found Peachy. Yes, they did. I'm putting out her PayPal because she's probably going to need help after getting out. Uh, I mean, it ain't over once she's out. You know what I mean? She's got to, she'll have a fine, whatever they give her. Good morning, Bama Green Eyes. Um, I hope everybody's doing all right now. She's going to need some help paying probably fines, whatever, to get her out. So I'm putting her PayPal out. So that way, if anybody wants to help her, $1, $1 goes a long ways. When it comes to paying stuff, you get $1, and someone else gives $1. By the time it's all said and done, there's the fine or whatever's paid. Uh, Same here, Heather. Almost angelic. Hey, Bruce Davis. I believe it or not, I actually had a even when I was sleeping, I thought about her and what she's been doing. That girl's tough. That girl is fucking tough as nails. Um, Gotta love that girl. She's tough as nails. Um, so, but if we could help her with just $1 or two, let's try to do that. Okay. Um, Try to get her out. um, and if any of y'all are also interested, right now, there's protest in New Jersey. It's a peaceful protest at this point, and there's time to change Jersey style is live on that. I'll put her link out as well. Um, there's that. That's time to change Jersey styles link. Anybody come up if they want. Hey, Alexander. Hey, Bama Green Eyes. Hey, Bruce Davis. Um, I don't know if she, hey, Lion, I don't know if she will give me permission to uh, uh, mirror her. I'm going to ask. I'm asking. That's the best I can do right now. If I get a yes or no, I don't know. She is a good person. She's a sweetheart, but I don't want to do anything that she may not like. That's why The cool thing about StreamYards is they give you a record. Hey, Ricky. Hey, HBR. They give you a record. They give me Woods. They give you a record, not a record, but a file that you can go back and watch everything that you have put through StreamYards. It's really cool. That's why even if I'm live streaming you, I got you. I got you all where you can uh, be married as well. Let's see here. Paste. This is her YouTube. If you're interested, also I'm going to put out Peachy Writer's PayPal again. Um, uh, yes, Peachy Writer got arrested last night. She'll need help probably getting out. um, she'll probably need help after she gets out and all. Not getting out. I don't know about that. Several people said that they got her when she gets out, but she'll probably need help once she gets out. So let's try to help her. A dollar go a long way, you know. As far as we know right now, HPR, I've not heard any updates at all on her yet. So hopefully she'll be all right. And I can tell you now, the last time I seen a mass arrest like that, some of them people were processed really quickly, but you know it takes a while to process. I've seen it take as long as up to a week on mass arrest like that to process people. So let's keep that in mind. Hopefully, it won't take that long. I'm just giving the truth out there, you know, as far as what can be possibly expected. Ho- Hopefully, it won't take that long. I'm hoping it don't take that long. So, especially since there's people there already waiting on her. You know, people already been calling. Hey, .com, how are you? People are there waiting on her. People have been calling, trying to get her out, things like that. And so hopefully they won't take that long with her. But, you know, so let's hope that's what happens and she gets out pretty quick. Anybody's welcome up here right now. I'm not running video or anything. We can come up and talk. Uh, do whatever you want. You are more than welcome. Oh, the police are actually escorting the peaceful protesters over there. It's in Thomas River, New Jersey. They're actually uh, police are actually escorting them because they're about to head out on the main road. They're closing down the main road so the protesters can walk through. And right now, it's a very peaceful protest. It's a very uh, wow. There's actually a cop. There's a cop there in uniform holding one of the signs that are marching with them. Wow. Um, this is freaking awesome as far as Thomas River goes. Uh, that's where time to change Jersey style is right now. But the cops are marching. It says, "We are with you, Thomas River Police Department." They got a big sign, and they're walking with the protesters. So there you go. That's interesting. That's something I never thought I'd see. Um, it may be just a PR move. I don't know, but so excuse me. But yeah, I am at I'm at an undisclosed place right now in Bama Green. As the people that I'm with don't want me to let anybody know where I'm at. They want to keep their locations out of YouTube and all that. So I'm not trying to I'm not trying to be difficult or anything. Hey, Salty Rant, how are you, buddy? Come on up, Salty. You come on up, any of y'all. If y'all want to come up, I ain't gonna like. Hey, Salty buddy. I just wanted to let you know, me not. Where'd he go? I thought he was here. Come back, Salty. Come back. Come back. Dang it. I wanted to talk to you real quick. No, actually, they don't care if I have a shirt on or not. It's a little chilly. There he is, Salty.
Hit the wrong fucking button.
Yeah, we do that. We all do that all the time. You know that.
I'm really tired this morning. I was re-listening to my recording with my favorite auditor in Oklahoma. So he privacy struck all my videos last night again. And then he, on one of my videos I did, he's like, "Oh, you live in California, right?" Just saying. I had to make a new video and just said, I just spelled it out for him. Don't think you're going to be coming over here or sending people over here, because if you do, they will be legally trespassed according to law, and I will sign what's called PA, private person's arrest.
Good. And you have the right to.
I know. I know what the law is. I'm not completely ignorant. I mean, I'm ignorant a little bit, but when it comes to my home and people coming over because of bullshit on the internet,
Yeah, that's stupid.
they have no right to do that.
Yep.
And if you want to call me a cop caller and talk a bunch of shit to me, you can, but I've offered to share what I know and let other people hear the raw video, or not the video, but the audio. So when people email me at my Salty Rant channel, I just provide them the link to the conversation, and they can make whatever determination they want from it.
And so, you know, buddy, I want you to know it ain't nothing against you. It ain't nothing against anybody out there. The people I'm staying with want their location to stay off of YouTube and everything else like that. So I have to respect that. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you made a video about it. I was thinking you didn't love me anymore.
No, you know that ain't the truth. And as soon as I get a phone, I'll be calling you. You know that.
I
There
know.
ain't no. You're my friend, man. I have I've never lost an ounce of respect for you or anything else. And you know, I'm there for you when I can be there for you. You know that.
No, I got you.
And I worry I worry every day about you. You know, being over there in California, seeing what's going down and how many hundreds of thousands of people are out there. You know,
is I went to work last night, right? And I didn't know. I guess within the last couple of days, they issued curfew.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a curfew before in Riverside County. Now, Los Angeles County always had
Hey, mommy.
because of COVID-19 and shit. So it was funny because I was going to work last night and there was hardly any traffic on the road. I went to the gas station to fill up my tank, and there was hardly anybody at the station.
Wow.
And as I was going on the freeway, I was looking off to my right, and I was looking at retail shopping centers, and there were cops grouped up all over the place.
Wow.
Oh, excuse me. So I was like, wow.
That's PT Writer's PayPal, guys. Again, like I said, she's going to need help once she gets out. Help her out.
What happened? Did PT
goes a
Writer
long
get
way.
arrested yesterday?
Yeah, she got arrested last night.
For what?
For probably being out past curfew. She got separated from the press. She was getting ready to go to her hotel. And also she was told to stand in a certain place. She'd be all right, even by the freaking lieutenant of the police. One of the lieutenants of the Atlanta Police Department said he'd be all right there. And guess what? She wasn't. Another fucking asshole from a different group came up and arrested her. So
wow. Well, I mean, I understand the need for the curfew. I understand that, if you don't adhere to it or you're not quote unquote essential personnel, that can happen. I don't agree with it, but I'm
I don't agree with no curfew. That's against their fucking constitutional rights, period.
Well,
again, they're making us prisoners in our own home. They just found a new way to make us prisoners in our own home.
But I'm not a prisoner in my home. I can still go to work.
You can. But what about the people that ain't got a job yet because of the fucking virus? They're prisoners yet again in their own home.
I would encourage everybody to go out and get their security guard licensing in the state of California and every other state, because it's better than not working. I don't make a lot of money. I make a little bit more than minimum wage. I make a little bit more than minimum wage, and with everything said and done, before taxes, I'm probably around 25, 26 grand. That's not bad. I mean, it's a living. But the point is, I'm always working.
Yeah, see, I agree with you on that. I don't have no problem with you having a security guard license, and it does give you a job. But there's other people that ain't, that ain't their thing. And,
I know it's not the thing, but I mean, I would encourage people to have I've always had the security license, and when I wasn't doing security, I was doing like retail stocking or whatever else I was doing. I always had the security licensing as a backup.
Yes.
Because I tried to
agree with. I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, it's always good to have something, and you can be a security guard, still be for the Constitution, y'all. You don't have to. You can be the one that stands up against the idiot security guard out there.
If I see something going on that's wrong, I'm going to say something. I said a lot of things when I worked at the cemetery. Hell, I even filmed the cops one night on a traffic stop. And the guy said he was a detective, and I said to him, because he was being an asshole to me, I said, wow, I said, who'd you piss off to be put in a Class A uniform and be on the streets patrolling?
So, mommy.
He got mad. and they tried to have me fired and said I came off the property and walked across the street, interfered with his investigation, and but proof I didn't. I filmed the review of the security cameras, and they reviewed it, but they didn't like it. I talked back. They thought I was hurting their relationship with law enforcement, local law enforcement.
Right.
And I told him, I said, the man lied on me and he just tried to get me fired. You were going to fire me had you not watched your own video surveillance. I said, so how am I supposed to react to that?
Right.
I'm not going to lay down and take it. And like, that's your problem. You're always fighting with people. I said, look, I was watching him from the property to make sure nothing went down. And if it did go down, I was either going to jump over the wall and go assist him or get on with 911 and not leave the property. Right. There were 6 lanes of traffic and a middle turn lane, like an emergency turn lane, blocking, and 2 sidewalks distance between us.
All right. So that's what I'm talking about. So you can be a security guard. You can be one of the good ones. Right. You could do exactly. Hey, Teflon. You could do exactly the opposite of what the bad security guards are even doing. Out there.
I don't like to think of myself as an unjust or bad security guard. I mean, look, I just tell people what I got to tell them. Yeah. As long as they're following the rules that they got to follow, that I have to follow.
Right.
You never hear shit from me.
Right. And I've heard you deal with people over the phone, and I think you dealt with people very properly.
Basically, the biggest thing I have, and like these auditing videos of these guys that work for Allied Security or whatever, they always want to come through Johnny Big and Bad swinging their dicks, and they want the pissing contest with the auditors or whoever's filming them.
Right.
I know for a fact filming is legal. So, granted, if I see somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning filming my property, of course it's going to raise red flags.
Yeah.
May or may not engage them, or I may just call the police and say, hey, I got some strange activity out here. But 3 o'clock in the morning, that's a little different. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I wouldn't even bother.
Yeah. So, I understand. See myself personally, if I see someone filming, if I was a security guard, if I see someone filming the property at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd be going, hey, what's up, man? And if they say, hey, I'm just filming, well, okay. Just don't freaking don't bring bad shit here later, That's all.
Well, I mean, obviously I have certain things I have to go through when stuff like that happens, but whatever.
Yes. Hey, Sci-Fi, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm just wondering, has anybody talked to Peachy since last night?
There are people went there last night. They are trying to get her out. But I'm telling you now, the last time I seen a mass protest, or not a mass protest, a mass arrest like that, it took almost a week to process everybody.
Holy crap.
God.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
so
are waiting to get transported, because you see that I was watching that in other videos how they all were just standing there waiting for probably who knows an hour before they even got to sit down in a bus.
right.
And then the fact that she's by herself, man.
Yeah, that's really got me scared for her. I hope she's going to be all right. I hope she's a tough woman. I'm telling you, she don't back down from shit. You've seen that.
She's got to be tough.
She's a tough woman. But tough only goes so far. You know what I mean?
I was thinking when she gets out of jail, maybe I can hire her as my personal bodyguard.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, if anybody could help her, because I know she's going to have shit come up, to where she's going to need help once she gets out because of this. $1 will go a long ways. $1 from you, $1 from Salty, $1 from me, $1 from 100 people. That's $100.
Why stop at $1? Let's give what we can give from the
Well,
heart.
that's what I'm saying. If that's all you can give, don't think that dollar isn't going to go somewhere. That dollar is going to go somewhere.
Well, it
That-
all adds, even 50 cents. I mean, I don't know if you can give that little, but it all adds. Man.
Yeah, I don't know what you can give off PayPal. But thank you again for putting that up there for me, Gmail Pam, while I'm talking. Um, yeah, I mean, if that's all you can give, I know times are tough. Times are tough as hell right now for everybody. But if you can give more, please give more. But if all you could give is $1, give $1. It goes. Believe it or not, 100 people give $1. Guess what? That's $100. That's $100 more in her bucket that she might need. Okay. Things like that. So let's try to help her out with that. So any way you can. I mean, it all adds up. I remember one time when we were trying to get rid of the White River Watershed project. There was a gentleman that was trying to get going on, get certain things for himself as well. That was helpful to the getting rid of that. I gave him $10. Okay, it was the last $10 I had in my pocket, and I handed it to his hand because I got to meet the man. And you know what? He said that was the last $10 he needed to get all he needed to go to get things going. Okay, so you never know. That $1 might be the dollar that actually gives them what they need. So I didn't know that $10 I gave out of my pocket was what he needed to get going, what he needed to get going. It just so happened to it was. So you never know. $1, it could go a long ways, guys. $10, five, whatever. It goes a long ways, especially when you get 30, 40 people, whatever, 100 doing that, it adds up quick. So don't think your little one immediately, oh, I can only give $1. So I ain't going to give nothing. No, don't do that. 100 people giving $1 adds up to $100. Think
All right. Well, hey, I'm going to get going. I'm filling out this application.
You got to think that way, guys, because what's that?
I got to get going here.
What's that second?
Filling out an application. Looks like I'm going to be getting a job at Napa Auto Parts.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Good.
Congratulations.
But I still have to have an interview with the owner. It turns out I know him. So, and he knows a good friend of mine's dad also. So I know I'm basically going to get in there, but I just got to fill out this application, and I just wanted to come on because I put it in chat and you didn't respond to it about Peachy. I wanted to see if you guys heard anything about it. So
I apologize. I'm watching. I miss things. I apologize. But yeah, right now I'm not sure what the charges are, Steve P. They have, as far as I know, they haven't even got her processed yet. So we know exactly what the charges are. Yes, she was in Atlanta, mommy. She did get. All right, Sci-Fi. Hey, good luck to you on your job, Sci-Fi. I'm damn proud of you, bro. I'm happy you're getting something going.
I'm actually thinking about considering switching careers right now.
Yep. Well, a lot of people have to too.
I heard
you got to get a job where you can get a job right now.
Actually, I heard that they have a position at the local whorehouse. They want a towel boy.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you make a great towel boy.
I know. I mean, and as far as giving lip service, I mean, I think I give pretty good on YouTube. So I mean, when I take my teeth out, it's a lot more fun because I mispronounce words.
But yeah, she was I think it's being out after curfew is what the charges were, because that's what it was. It was about 5 to 10 minutes after curfew, and they nailed her.
What kind of a fine was that?
Huh?
What kind of fine was that? How big was the fine? Do you know?
It'd probably be about I'm not sure. I probably 150, 200, but there's other things, after other extenuating circumstances. Yes, Big D. You're right. You're right on that, Big D. So probably about 150, $200 for the fine, but Big D said it right. It may take a while under the circumstances, plus there's also insinuating circumstances afterwards. You know, so we'll see what happens. Alexander Marr, there's over, I think it was 4.6 million without a job right now, according to the numbers. Ain't no justice. No justice said if Salty was a towel boy, he'd be a sticky towel.
Don't be giving up my secrets, no justice. Come on, man.
Good morning, JVD. So this is Peachy Writers PayPal. I'm gonna put it back out there again. Yeah, it's bad. That's not what I wanted.
I'm glad to see Mommy at Minnie's back around and chugging along. She's a sweet person.
Well, I'm glad Mommy and Minnie just put out what she put out. She said that they may be getting the kids back soon. Yeah, so let's keep that in mind too. Keep our fingers crossed on that. Hey, Jamie Smith.
That's another right there, Jamie Smith.
Let's hope that goes good for them. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping, honestly. Like I said, also I'm going to put out this link here. This is Time to Change Jersey Style. She's at Thomas River, New Jersey. She is with the protests there right now. It was really interesting. There was cops actually marching with the protesters, holding a banner saying we were with you. They were marching with the protesters in uniform. That was quite an interesting change. Something different, something we ain't seen yet. We've seen some of the New York police officers kneel. Atlanta tried to do that kneel thing, and then they showed their true colors, though, in Atlanta last night. Peaceful protesters having a dialogue with the police. They were actually talking with the police. One of the black girls that was on the police's side, she took her helmet off and even put down her shield to have a dialogue with some of the protesters. There was a big, tall black man on the police. He lifted his face shield and was.
Well, that's what we want. I mean,
And here come the sergeant. You need to shut up. But the sergeant come up and he says, "You need to shut up and you need to put your gear back on." Okay, so that really pissed me off to see that sergeant didn't even want them to have that dialogue. Okay, a black sergeant told them to shut up and put their gear back on and quit talking. Huh?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if those officers got a rip from the sergeant for trying to do the right thing.
Right.
Probably got a
and then they acted like they were going to be the. Hey, good morning, Wamito. Hey, FV tuna time. And then they're sitting there still having a peaceful dialogue. Yes, it was heated. People were yelling at each other, but it was peaceful. Okay. It's like me and you the other day. We were peaceful. We weren't going to kill each other. We were just having
but if we had,
yes, we were heated. Both of us were heated, talking about a conversation.
if we had tear
Yeah,
gas and
yeah,
Molotov
we weren't going to go to each other. Yeah,
way. I'm just saying. I
right,
mean,
right, and right. I mean, we were peaceful. We were cool. We were, yeah. Well, we're on YouTube, so what? You're probably 3,000 miles away from me, but I don't intend to go that 3,000 miles or even 1 mile if you're 1 mile away from me to go burn down your house because we had a difference of opinion and we were heated in our conversation. And that's the
but that,
same thing as those people in that protest
but I
that,
understand what you're saying about how
that were
they
there. And then a
on.
half hour.
I understand what you're saying about how people are just tired of the cops and all the abuse. I get it, but there's got to be a better way. I mean, I know they want people's attention, but can we get someone's attention rather than burning down a business or
Well,
looting or rioting? That
well,
was all.
here's the thing, Salty. Here's the thing. See, if you would have gone through what I've gone through with the Native American stuff, okay, um, and you would go through if you would have gone through some of the stuff that they've gone through, okay, through the years, peaceful. We Native Americans being peaceful. Finally, in 1998, they were able to get help to be more than just a farmer. In 1998. Before that, all the way up to that, they could not even get help, a loan for school, whatever, unless they wanted to be a farmer. Okay, go into agriculture until 1998. So that shows you what peaceful gets you. It took what 200 plus years of being peaceful to get just to where they can actually go to college and be something more than a farmer. You see what I'm saying? And
No,
it
I
and
mean,
it
I get it. There's racism for every race, color, creed, nationality out there. I get it.
that's that. And let me tell you about peaceful. Here's something that y'all are forgetting. Now, them people in the Black Hills were protesting a oil pipeline. Not only the water source in that area, it also went through a burial mound. Okay. How would you like for me to put a pipeline and tear up your ancestors' uh, burial ground just so they could put a pipeline through? You wouldn't like it no more than they did.
Of
And
course not.
they still went there peacefully. They were not destroying shit. They were sitting there peacefully, sitting on the ground. And one day in their teepees, they said, "Oh, it's too cold for people to be out." Them Native Americans have been living in that type of weather for years. And what you don't understand in that teepee, you can build a fire in the center of it on the inside. It's made for this. You can build a fire on the inside of it, and there's smoke flaps and there's poles that open that up so you can let the smoke out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know that.
It's like a big, huge chimney when you do that. Okay. And these people have thousands of years in the teepees. They know how to live that way. Okay. And believe it or not, I've lived in a teepee. I was in a teepee back in the what was it, the 80s. And we were camping out on a river in a teepee. Okay. And we had a fire going. The temperature dropped down to negative 23. Wind chill was negative 35. And it was still 60 degrees inside that teepee. Okay. Once we had the fire going in there. Okay. These people have been doing that for 10,000 years. So that was a bullshit lie. Oh, you can't be out here. It's too cold. No, they did that. And now there's still people. There's people that never did anything wrong, peacefully protesting, that are in prison right now. Not jail from that,
Uh,
prison. Okay. And they did nothing wrong except for try to stop their ancestors from being dug up. Okay. So you see, and that just happened, what, 2 years ago?
I
That's
don't know.
what peaceful got them. That's what peaceful gets you. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it got them. They're in jail. They ain't just in jail. There's some in prison, and they did nothing wrong. Okay, except for sit there and try to stop their ancestors from being dug up, and they didn't. They didn't go out and destroy it. Destroy shit. Hey, I don't answer.
Hey, there's
How
no
you doing, buddy?
justice. Hey, Salty, that link
What's
I
up?
put in the chat, it describes how many years everybody's been so trying to be protesting without a bunch of riots and all that. This shit
Right.
been going on way too long, dude.
Mhm.
That's what they got to do, man, to get them get their attention.
I mean, I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to go ahead and
It's.
turn a blind
I
eye.
mean,
And
if
say,
you look at
well,
it, what was it?
I'm not going to turn a blind eye and say people are wrong.
But let's look at the. They went after Baltimore. Unfortunately, yes, the riots happened in Baltimore. Okay, but they went peacefully to the White House on that million-man march after that.
Right.
What happened? 2 months later, an unarmed black man gets shot in the back in Ferguson, Missouri. Okay, that was 2 months later. That's what peaceful got them.
Okay. Well, maybe you guys can answer me a question, and I'm not trying to be inept or deaf or stupid, or I just want to ask a question, and I just need an answer, an honest answer, and you guys could probably provide it for me because you probably know better than me. Why is it, or does it seem that the African Americans or black culture have a lockdown on getting killed by the police? What happens when a Chinese man dies, or an Asian man, or Filipino, or a white man? How come you don't see those people from that race? Right?
I said it. I said it a couple of days ago. The white people turned into pussies. I'm sorry, because they used to protest that too, and they even went to war for it a while back.
Well,
It's called
yeah,
the Civil
I don't.
War.
I
The
don't know
Civil
what the
War
answer
was
is.
started over
I don't
the
know the
government
answer, but I do
do
know that.
exactly to the South what they're trying to do to the nation today. Okay,
Well, I
it
don't know
had
what the
nothing to
answer is.
do with slaves. They wanted to turn it into a black-white thing.
I don't know what the answer is,
The Civil
Tammy,
War
but I
had.
do know this. If we have another civil war, it's going to be American casualties all around. Nobody's going to win it.
Well, actually, it wouldn't be a civil war. It's going to be a revolutionary war, and it'll be the government against the people. And you're right. It's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to. There ain't going to be nothing nice about it. It's going to be horrendous, and streets will run blood red with blood.
Yep.
You ain't. Yeah, I am not denying that. And this is a time I hope I never see in my life. But do you think I would stop? I wouldn't. I wouldn't help or be there to do the right thing. It's still something I hope and never see in my lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I'm saying
That's
is the
what.
right thing for
That's
me
how
is to
the.
do what I think is best for me, and the same thing for everyone else.
Right.
Make your choices. Do what you think is best for you. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to harangue you or tell you fuck you. You're wrong, because if it's right for you, it's right for you. It might not be right for me.
Yeah. See that's another thing. See, that is something that's being said. Be nice. Uh, Black guy gets shot by a black cop. Nothing said. Actually, it is being said. It was said down in Atlanta. These people were even going off on them cops that were. I mean, not. I mean, it was heated exchange. I ain't going to say they were going off. It was a heated exchange of words. Nothing physically violent. Okay. But they were saying, you know, black cops kill black people as well, and you cannot even be trusted because you are now wearing that badge. And that's how their people even feel about them. Okay. They don't trust even them black cops because that
I'll be right back,
badge,
Tim.
you know, they were even saying that. And the guy was very well spoken, little short black dude. Y'all need to watch that with Peachy Ryder. He was very well spoken. Yeah, but he was very well spoken and very, very well learned. And he was letting them know, you know, basically, we can't even trust you now because you got a badge on. You know, what are you doing for us? You know, now I have to admit that that young black lady that was a cop, she was very well spoken as well. She was trying to say we are here trying to affect change. It wasn't. He was shot. He in Baltimore. Be nice. He was in the back of a truck, and they slammed on the brakes so hard that he broke his neck. They didn't buckle him in the paddy wagon or anything else, and they slammed on the truck and slammed on the brakes of the truck. He flew forward, and it broke his neck. And I can't remember the name, but I do remember the circumstances. Now, now, as far as Ferguson goes, I don't remember that particular man's name, but he was a black unarmed man, and he even had his hands up. That's where the hands up, don't shoot thing came from, because the man had his hands up, his back turned to him, and they shot him in the back and killed him. Okay. Yeah, you should look up the Baltimore riots and see what started the Baltimore riots. Be nice. There was a man in the back of a paddy wagon. They were transporting him, and and they finally got the video, and it shows the paddy wagon coming to an abrupt stop for no reason. There was nobody on the road or anything. Uh, come to an abrupt stop, and the next thing they know, uh, I believe that's who it is. Be nice. I believe that's who it is, Michael Brown, and he broke it on that stop, and he died. He died from it. So. Oh, Michael Brown is that's the one in Ferguson, uh, right? That got shot in the back. Yeah. Uh, yeah, and then he got away from that officer and was moving down the road to get away, unarmed, and they shot him in the back. Just saying. And that shows. They tried to say that he was trying to get away from that officer, yes, but he had nothing on him, and you, you might want to go watch that videos, the new videos that came out on that. Yes, he did. He was and had his hands up like this, and that's where the don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot thing came from. Yes. Hey, Chronic Shusher, there's the link. I'll be right back. If you come up, just give me a few seconds. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. All right. Alright. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Got you, metalhead. Gonna get you now. I'll get you up here now. There you go, metalhead.
What up? What's up, Salty?
Hey, Lion, how are you?
Hey, everybody in the chat.
Hey, Swimmy, how are you?
Long time no see, metalhead. Where you been?
Oh, here and there and everywhere. And we're still putting the new pad together. You know, with her working every day and everything, it's gonna take a little bit of time.
Well, I mean, you know,
Hey, be nice, be nice, be nice in the chat, guys. Damn.
I can't see the chat, so you know.
Yeah. Plus, I'm getting the
I
procedure
know
done.
someone. I know someone. Someone must have said something wrong to Chronic because Chronic. I've never seen him use that type of language before.
I'm
So
getting procedure done on my legs next week.
Oh, really? Are you
Yeah,
gonna go in the hair removed permanently with a laser, so they'll silky smooth like mine? We can
no,
compare
it's
it.
gonna be that Beneseal.
Oh, so we can compare diabetic legs. You know, hairless diabetic legs.
No, surprisingly, I'm not diabetic. Surprisingly.
Oh, shit! Congratulations, and not being a diabetic.
I was shocked to actually hear that.
Look, man, you know what? I've been called every name in the book plus names I never even thought of. I have to give it to I Could Be. One of the funniest names he ever called me was Salty Gums.
yes,
That's classic.
and that, and then he also started the Toothless Mafia shit, wasn't he? He the one who started that.
I think he was. That was some funny shit. I mean, you know, like I gotta laugh at it because it's funny.
Yeah. No,
What
me
was
too.
it?
You know, I'm toothless for a reason. I chose to be toothless.
I
Look,
am
you
too.
know, people that want to go ahead and talk shit about Tammy and me and Jen and other people that don't have any teeth, let me tell you something. The caveat here of removing your teeth is just this. It's a caveat. There's no more tooth decay. There's no more cavities. There's no more drilling and filling or pulling teeth. I mean, when you get them pulled out and you go through the process, like it took me a little bit longer because I'm a diabetic, so it takes a longer time for my body to heal. But when I went through the process, as painful as it was with the bone spurs and the gum flapping and all that, it's over with. I never have to worry anymore.
Put a link out there again, middle.
That's the best part about it.
Yep. You know, and like me with soft tooth disease, uh, you might as well get them pulled. They're going to fall apart anyway. When you actually bite down on ice cream, actually, you know, ice cream, you know, sort of try to chew it up because it's got strawberries in it,
Oh, yeah.
and your tooth breaks.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, it's time to get your teeth out of your fucking head. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like, you know, I'd used drugs in the past, but it wasn't the drug use or anything that really decayed my teeth. It was basically going out and fucking drinking soda. I used to drink Pepsi all the time. I used to be a Pepsi drinker from way back.
Fucking big fingers.
Right.
Clicked myself out.
Pepsi rotted my teeth.
Yeah, I know, JBB.
Yeah, I ain't got no teeth. I don't get.
You know, as far as that goes, that's fine. You know, I've actually been accused of being a meth head and things like that. That's because why I don't have teeth. I can guarantee you, I've never touched it in my life. Okay. You can do whatever it takes to find out if I've touched it in my life, and I'll prove to you that I've never touched it.
Tammy, you're not living unless you've been high on fucking meth for 5 days straight. And you
I'm
come
gonna
home
pass on
tired,
that.
and you come home tired, and you go to grab
Hold
a
on,
piece of
Hot Rod.
brownie, and it pulls. It comes to life and it burples and it scares you out of your skin.
All right, hey, Hot Rod, man.
Hot Rod, what up?
I got you unblocked from my channel, by the way.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hey, let me ask a serious question. And I'm not trying to start no shit. I'm not no bootlicker, cop kiss, whatever you want to say. But let me ask a serious, down-to-earth, America, do we love it or not question, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Since January of this year, 2020, over 200 people have been shot and killed in Chicago.
Right.
But yet I can't seem to find not the first day of riots, looting, and burning drug dealers and gangbangers' houses down about the ones that are doing drive-bys and killing innocent people. Kids walking down the street being killed by these criminals.
Can
But
I
yet
give you something
we're
that
not
you've never
burning their
seen on
houses
TV?
down. We're not
Can I
setting
give-
their cars on fire to prevent
give you-
drive-bys.
Can I give you
Why?
something that you never seen on TV? This happened right down there in the project area of Taylor County. There was a drive-by shooting of a drug dealer, but it hit 3 kids. Then black folks went right over to the other drug dealer house and did burn it down, and it burned the man alive. They wouldn't let him out.
Okay, but why aren't we doing that every
seen that
time?
on TV. You never see that type of stuff on TV.
Well,
Because
it seemed
they're
like me,
pushing
you
an
would have saw
agenda.
it on TV, but but why aren't we not? Why are the law-abiding citizens not going up and saying, hey, you know, we understand what happened to that George character was bad. We understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy doing his job, Patrick Underwood, getting shot and killed, I hadn't seen nobody arrested for that. I hadn't seen nobody bitching about him getting shot and killed.
Well, I agree. And it should, that's what I'm saying. It should happen. It should.
Okay, so when are we
that's
going to
why
make it
I
happen?
said, when I brought that up, I said the white people have become pussies.
I agree.
Because they don't.
But it's not just white people. It's not just white people. It's the people that don't want to get in trouble because they may lose their job. These people that's going out and rioting and looting and stuff like that, it's just kids. If in all reality, if you look at the people that's doing that, it's just kids. You know, teenagers, nobody over 30 years old, nobody that has a job, nobody that has a house.
I see some pretty old people walking there. I seen one old lady with a walker. Yeah.
All right, now here's what I'm saying though. It's not just one particular people that you're seeing. They don't have a house. They don't have a job. They don't have a car. They don't have a whole lot. So they got to go out and try to steal shit. You know, the people that are going up there stealing them $3,000 and $4,000 purses. What the hell are they going to put in them?
Well, as far as the theft goes, I do have a problem with the theft. I don't like that shit. As far as the burning up shit, when I know, like in Minnesota, you cannot have a business unless the son of a bitch is insured.
All right, but hold on. Whoa, stop right there. Stop. You're correct. You cannot have a business, and it's not like that anywhere, if it's not insured. But it's insured for certain situations. Nobody has riot and looting insurance.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. The governor, yes, it was later on, was saying, hey, you're going to pay for this to the insurance companies because that's the way it is.
He can't make an insurance company do that. That's not the insurance company's fault.
But they are insured for millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, literally.
All right, here's the thing.
To say your insurance is no good because some guy came up and burned your business.
It's not saying that your insurance isn't no good. It's saying your insurance policy don't cover riots and looting.
Hold on, Hot Rod. If someone were to get mad at that in normal circumstances, and someone got mad at that business, and threw a Molotov cocktail through it. They would pay for it. And that's what he was saying. In a normal circumstance. So this rioting should not be any different. Just because it's a riot, should not mean any difference than in normal circumstances where someone got mad and just burnt their business down.
All right. Well, that would be considered arson. That would be considered arson.
Well,
Right.
what are they doing? They're committing arson.
No,
if they're burning down a building.
If all they're doing is burning it down, what caused the burning of it down?
That's what I'm saying. That would be considered arson, no matter what. If a person did it, no matter what the circumstances, it's still arson.
If that's the case, I think you're gonna have a long time in court, and hope these small business have good lawyers to sit there and argue with these high-paid insurance company lawyers, because they're gonna sit there and say, "Hey, look at your policy. Look at your policy."
The governor's on their side, so the governor of the state of Minnesota is on their side.
Oh, and I saw something this morning that, man, it makes you really think. If you look at all of these big cities and states that has been looted and bombed and stuff like that, the overwhelming majority are Democratic controlled. I noticed that place down in Florida. I noticed that place down in Florida yesterday where the sheriff said, all of these people, all of our homeowners here are heavily armed. I encourage my homeowners, if someone tries to break in your house and burn down your house, or you show them that you are armed and you don't shoot to injure. You blow the back out of them. Call us and we'll come clean up the mess.
Well, I agree with that. When it comes to a personal house.
What about a business, a personal business?
Personal business is insured. They collect your, like I told Salty, he told me, what if I come and burn your boat? I said, please come and burn my boat. By the time it's all said and done, I want you to do it 4 or 5 times. So once it's all said and done, I'll go from a sloop to a dang 4-masted ship.
Okay. But here's the thing about that. What if it's a boat that your dad had left you, and it has a book value of maybe $1,000?
See,
your dad left it to you, and it's got a sentimental value.
I've never looked at things that way. I don't have a sentimental value on anything.
But what if it's a small business that you
the way I grew up, the way I grew up is everything's there to help everybody. And if my dad left me something and I seen someone that needed the help or I could better myself with it, my dad would be going, please do that. Okay. Use that, you know.
That's a good analogy to have. That's a good analogy to have. But
and that's the way I grew up.
All right. Well, let's say, for instance, let me use a worst case scenario that happened. I move over here from Kenya. I live in Atlanta. I start a small business of making T-shirts on my own.
Yeah.
You know, I'm renting a shop. I rented a store to do this. All right. My store gets broken into and gets burned down, and everything that I've worked for gets stolen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I've got insurance, but that insurance is just going to cover the cost of my goods. What do I do then?
Well, if you're renting, you ain't got to worry about replacing that building. You just got to worry about
how am I going to feed my family? How am I going to feed my family? How
is anybody feeding their family right now anyway?
I was running a T-shirt business.
Yeah, but that T-shirt business would have been closed in Atlanta or anywhere else at this point in time.
Why?
I mean, because of this damn coronavirus. I mean, right up the road.
I think you're missing the point
from where I'm staying.
I think you're missing the point, and I'm, you know.
No. The point is right now. The point is, right up the road here, you could go right down the main street. The only businesses that are open at doing anything are some restaurants, and most of them are takeout. There is 1 or 2 that'll allow you to walk in as long as there's only a certain amount of people in there. And that's it. The rest of the businesses are closed down on this main street, including, like you said, bookstores, freaking,
Atlanta wasn't closed. Atlanta wasn't closed. Remember the governor? Remember the governor lifted the orders in Atlanta. Nothing was closed in Atlanta due to COVID-19, unless it was your own personal choice.
Right. Well, he lifted it supposedly because there was a lot of them that were locked up still from the COVID down
But
there.
anyway, I
But then
think we've
again,
proven this.
maybe it was like you said, it might have been just because they chose not. I don't know. I don't know so much about that down there.
Right.
Okay.
But I think the overall point that we're missing, though, is, it seems, and I'm not trying to be, I don't even know what the word was, controversial about this, but it seems like the only time Black Lives Matter is when a white cop shoots somebody or a white cop kills somebody.
That's something that Peachy Writer brought out. There were a lot of them that were saying Black Lives Matter. Okay. But then she goes up and talks to like 5 or 6 of these black men, and ranging from young to old. Okay. And they're sitting there saying it ain't about black lives. It's about every fucking life matters. And they're saying this.
They
And
are a
some of them
small
are even
minority group,
screaming
and I
it.
agree with them.
Okay. And some of them are even screaming it out there on the protest line. It ain't just about Black Lives Matter. It's every lives matter.
Hey, I don't know did you watch Peachy's video Sunday night? Because I hadn't had a chance to watch any of them but Sunday night. And I was with her live when that guy was stalking her. But did you watch any of that?
No, I have not got back to that. No.
Okay. And let me
And when
apologize
that
to you
happened, I
first.
was in the process of moving, and I'm just now getting settled down good to where I can start seeing stuff like that. I did hear about what
All right,
happened.
well, let me apologize to you, Tim.
That guy needed to be knocked the fuck out. What's that, Hot Rod?
Hey, let me call you. Let me come right back, okay? I'll come right back.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, I might go back and raid the refrigerator. I'll be back.
All right. Thanks for the morning. Well, Mommy and Minnie, depends on where you're at, hon, because they're like down there in Pennsylvania, they were screwing over people that were here recently let go of their jobs down there, and they were screwing over people on their unemployment down there. So I knew of about 6 or 7 people around in the area where I was staying down there, and that they couldn't even get unemployment, and they'd been fighting for the unemployment. So it depends on where you're at, and if they're going to be stupid to try to fight you. And I've had 20 years worth of employment under their belt. Okay. And they're saying, no, you can't get unemployment. No, you can't get unemployment. And they're trying to figure out why, there's no reason behind it, except for there's 4.4 million people without a job, and maybe the unemployment system's about broke. Because people are dipping into that as well. People dip, the government dips into that as well, and things like that. He said he had to go. He'll be right back. Alexander, he's coming back. He's right here. Just came back, as a matter of fact.
Hey, sorry about that. I got a phone call, and when you get a phone call,
had a phone call.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was going to say, Tammy, is first off, I want to apologize to you about last week, because I know you and I butted heads, but that's not
Yes,
what I want to do, man. I like to disagree with people and be able to have a civil conversation. And I don't like that, I screamed at you, you screamed. I don't like having disagreements like that.
I wanted to also say I apologize to you, because I did go off the handle pretty quick and pretty bad and pretty stupid. That's why I also let you come back into the room. You're more than welcome in my room. If I have not got you unblocked to where you can talk into chat, I will. It may have been I forgot to just hit the save button. I do know I went in there and I tapped your name to unblock.
Okay. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. But see, and that's what makes America great, in my opinion, is I think, we all should be looking at the bigger picture of a lot of things. Now, I understand I agree that, that cop should have done some things different. But I think also that guy George should have done some things different as well. But, I'm not going to get into all that right now. What I want us to talk about is, why does it seem that the only time we're really pissed is when cops do things? But yet you know, cops are so scared nowadays to do their job. Their hands are tied behind their backs in so many different ways that I think a lot of times they overlook stuff. You know, like up in Chicago, you know, over 200 being shot and killed, but yet they hadn't made hardly any arrest on that. You know, just this past weekend, 20 was shot. I don't know how many, I think 9 were killed, but 20 were shot, drive-bys.
Yeah.
But where is the mayor in Chicago going out and trying to get extra help to fix these problems? You know,
Right,
I think
I
if we
agree.
fix these gang problems and stuff like that, then the cops are going to say, now, is there going to be bad cops? Without a shadow of a doubt. Since the beginning of time, there's going to be bad cops. But I think if we as the citizens took more initiative to sit here and say, hey, we know that Joe Blow down the street did that drive-by. Y'all need to go get him. Or if we, the citizen themselves, sit there and said, hey, Joe Blow down the street, that was my niece you killed. Now we're going to kill you.
Right.
You know, I know it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. But I think if we, the American citizens, took the initiative to sit here and say right is right and wrong is wrong, and it don't matter if you got on a badge or if you got on a blood or you got on a crip, right is right and wrong is wrong. And killing somebody unjust is wrong. I don't care who you are.
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Well,
And
if we're not going to sit there and riot and loot over every murder, we shouldn't do it over one.
right. Well, I
100%
said
agree with
it
that.
was going to take a catalyst. It was going to take a catalyst. That happened to be a black man that made that catalyst happen. Um, I kept saying that months ago. I said this would happen months ago, and it would take just one thing. But here's the deal: it ain't just a black deal. Or have you not been watching the riots? The riots have been showing there are whites, there are blacks, there are Hispanic, there are Oriental. There were even Muslims at these protests. I'm talking the peaceful protests. You've seen every race and creed in the United States at these peaceful protests. I mean, it's a lot of them are fed up with it. It ain't just the blacks, you know, and some of these blacks are saying it ain't. A lot of them are. It's not just Black Lives Matter. It is all lives matter. You know, why would why is it not a riot over Joe Blow down the street shooting Joe Blow down the street? Well, a lot of times you don't even hear about what's being done for that on the news because it's against their agenda. Their agenda is to show that we want to be split and divided and not being there for each other. Okay. Like I said, down there in Taylor County, down there in the projects, 2 black kids got shot. You didn't see that on the news. And then during a drug war turf shootout, then the people, not the drug dealers, the people went and burned that man's house down and wouldn't even let him come out, and he burned to death. Okay. You didn't see that on the news, but if you lived there, you'd know it happened. Okay. I mean, so are taking it upon themselves to deal out the justice that they don't see being given by the police as well. They, for whatever reason, and I can tell you now, like in Dixie County, I watched cops take bribes from one of the biggest dope houses in Dixie County. I watched cops drive right up there. They go walk right in, and then you come out. They come out and they're sitting there money and putting it in their pocket and driving on. And it's been a known dope house for almost 15, 16 years in Dixie County, Florida. It's on 808. It's a street called is 808th Street there in Dixie County, Florida. And that had 15, 16 years that drug house has been there. And for 15, 16 years, it's never had a bust. But yet you see cops there go there almost every freaking day. So, you know,
That's crazy.
yes. So what type of justice is there for the people there? You know, oh, and there's been bad drugs out of that house. It's been known. It has been known that they sold bad drugs that killed people. Now, the people, what was it? They tried. There was about 6 or 7 of them tried to get there to get rid of that drug house. Okay, and the cops were there to protect the freaking drug house. Okay, they got out and it was let known that they were coming for it, and the cops were there to protect it. Hello, yeah, you see, that's the type of stuff that people are seeing. You know that most people don't get to see on the news. You know, I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Um, uh, I know of, you know, when you live in a county and you see something happens in a county, and that mainstream media ain't going to pick it up. No, hell no. It's against their agenda. It's showing the blacks going against the blacks, you know. A hot rod should be unblocked. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that he's unblocked. Let me go to my studio real quick, and I'm going to make sure, double check, it should be unblocked.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not, I will make sure he is. It'll take me a few seconds. Got a lot of stupid crap that's blocked here. I think I got more blocked than I do moderators, and that's saying something. That's funny.
I know, right?
All these stupid, all these stupid little fake accounts and stupid.
Well, you know. I may be getting some visitors to my house soon.
Well, like you said, do what you got to do, man.
I'm not worried about it. I'm
Going
prudent.
to a person's personal residence, a person should have every right to keep themselves safe.
Well, I'm not going to do anything I shouldn't do. Besides, I'm no longer a gun owner.
Well, he is now completely unblocked, and I made sure to save it because I just realized he was not unblocked. I forgot to save it. He should be unblocked now.
Ah.
There we go. There we go. He should be unblocked now, guys. There. Hey, Rat Rod, what's up, buddy? Uh, okay, all right. There you go. You are unblocked. Like I said, if I hadn't done it, that's why I went back and checked, and got you unblocked. Hey, just me. What's up, buddy?
Wow, it's exciting. You're up to 800 subscribers already.
Yeah, I've been fluctuating from 800 to 815, right in that range. Right in that range.
Swimming with big fishes now, Tammy. Gosh, you're going to get all famous and forget about your little pieces. You're not even going to know who I am.
Yeah, okay, right. You know, you will always be welcome on my channel, bud.
You'd be like, Salty? Salty who? I don't know a guy named Salty.
Yeah, right. Right.
That's okay though. I'm not looking to get to 1,000 because I'm not looking to monetize and I'm not riding anybody's coattails. I have a particular skill set and it's not shared by all. That's all right.
Yes, SNS, you're right, but he hasn't even called that yet. So he hasn't even called martial law yet, SNS. And that's why I'm really having a problem, especially when he's saying he's going to send in the military. Even under martial law, the military is not supposed to do any maneuvers on our soil. That's
Isn't
what
that
the
called,
National Guard's for.
isn't that called passe comitas or something like that?
Whatever, I don't even know what that is, but all I know is by the Constitution, no army is to do anything against the United States citizens. That's why the National Guard was made, so they could handle the problems on United States soil. And when he said he was going to send in the army and military, he declared that was a declaration of war on the people. And
He
here's the
probably meant
thing:
National Guard. It's probably just an error on his part. Give him benefit of the doubt.
no,
He's a good
no, you're wrong, because he is sent in the army. Army.
Army National Guard.
No, the army. Regular
Okay.
army into Minnesota. You can tell by the decals and their insignias on their where it buttons down right there. You know how they put insignias there? They got different insignias, different shape insignias. And he sent in the actual army. That was the declaration of war on them people. Period. Uh, uh, in Minnesota. And he's talking about doing that across the United States. The National Guard's already there. What else can he send? He was talking about sending the army to Atlanta. Well, the National Guard's already there. So that ain't a misspeak. That means he's sending the army there. That's a declaration of war. So just letting you know, it's not supposed to happen. Um, they actually were showing military choppers in DC. Now, here's y'all say that, here's something that you got to know about DC. DC is not part of the United States. It's on its own soil. It's its own country, basically.
Are you talking about the District of Columbia?
Yes. District
What are you
of
talking
Columbia.
about? How can it be its own sovereign state?
It is. Go look it up. DC is not part of the United States. They did that to try to keep it a fair and neutral territory to be able to discuss governmental stuff for the world.
Wow.
Hey, mommy. And that's why it's not. It's its own entity.
Hello.
So yeah, they can. So they can bring in the military there. How are you, mommy?
Cool. So I want to show everybody my nice, pretty bruise where I got shot.
Oh, you got shot by a pepper ball or
Yeah.
Rubber bullet?
Pepper ball.
Why on earth did you get shot?
I was standing there recording.
Yeah, I'll give it.
I got shot for just standing there recording. We was
Yeah.
recording where they were shooting a girl who was walking up to hand a homeless man some water.
Mhm.
And he was in the midst of the fire whenever they was shooting pepper balls and stuff and throwing flashbangs, and he couldn't breathe. And this black girl was literally walking with her hands up and a water bottle in each hand to hand it to the homeless guy. And she stopped at the homeless man and they started shooting at her. And Hunter was there and he's like, "Don't shoot at her. She's just trying to give the homeless man water because he can't breathe due to the fact of all the pepper and stuff."
Right.
And so what
Hey,
happened?
And
Bruce.
they shot me and Hunter.
And the young girl.
Well, I could tell you something I saw in Atlanta, but you got freaking arrested. There were people having a peaceful, yes, heated, but peaceful dialogue with the cops. First, the sergeant walked up and told them to shut up, told the cops to shut up. Thank God them two police officers didn't listen to him. They did put on back on their riot gear that they took off. Okay, but they kept having the peaceful dialogue. Then a half hour before curfew, they started popping tear gas at these peaceful protesters. Okay, that showed me, even after they all took a knee and they all were trying to show, "Oh, we're with you and we're this." Half hour before curfew, they started popping tear gas at them. They started fucking. Uh, so they basically, any peaceful dialogue that one or two of them were having just went down the fucking tubes. Anything they said, it just went down the tubes. You see what I'm saying? It all blew out the window because they couldn't. Them trigger happy jackasses on their side could not even wait until their own freaking curfew. Okay, to get to do what they wanted to do. Okay, that's freaking insane. Hey, Sunflower Sky Hun, how are you? Hey, Bruce, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, Tammy?
Same old. Just talking, having our own, trying to have good, peaceful conversations about different ways that people feel about this,
Right. Oh yeah.
like that. And
Protest is what's it Peachy was doing?
Swammy, not
Swim.
where Peachy Rider was. I hate to tell you, Peachy Rider was there on the front lines. She was showing it.
Oh yeah.
There was nothing thrown. There was nothing thrown. There was no rocks thrown, no bottles thrown where she was at. They were being peaceful. They were talking nicely, and there was no one throwing anything. Um, so
What do you guys think about that guy that was messing with Peachy Rider?
Who was doing that?
I seen that Kevin. Do what?
Somebody was some guy was messing with Peachy. I must
Yeah,
have missed that.
Sunday there was some weirdo. He's got his own YouTube channel that was following
Really?
Peachy Rider around. He's a scumbag. If you go watch his videos, I went to his channel and he's a scumbag. He's nothing but a scumbag. And he was messing with her and doing nasty things, following her around.
He was waving a hot dog at her and shit,
Yeah,
and then sucking it.
Oh, what a weirdo!
yes, he is.
Fucking nut job.
Hold on a second, Heather. See if I can find out where that guy's shit is. I even left a nice little message for him to leave people alone.
Fucking yeah. You got people like him on here. There's a whole bunch of that kind of shit on here. whole bunch of fucking mental fucking
I have to say, at first I laughed, but then I got annoyed with it because I could hear the octaves in Peachy's voice rise, and she was really upset about it.
right.
Well, he, if he would have did his stupid little shtick and left her be, he followed her. She was trying to get away from him, and he kept following her like a stalker to do that. Okay, to do what he was.
That's not right.
And that's why she was getting upset. If he would have done his little stick, and when she moved away, he went and did his little stick somewhere else, probably wouldn't have been much of a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
But he just kept following her, and almost 3 blocks, from what I understand. That's a long ass fucking walk to follow someone to keep harassing them.
But these people do that shit. That's, you know what I mean? These people don't know when to fucking stop. They want to continue harassing you, fucking with you. To the point where you get mad, where you might actually do something.
Well, the thing is, that guy, he's going to come up against the wrong person like me, or Hot Rod, or Salty, or something, and he's going to get himself fucking hurt doing shit like that.
Nah, you know what? I'm a puppy dog, dude. I don't.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, please get that out there, Sunflower. I appreciate that. I want listening, and I got.
I guess they weren't taught by their parents to keep their mouth shut when they're supposed to.
Yep.
That's just like you're saying. I didn't see it, Tammy.
Yeah.
But if he's doing shit like that, you're right. He's gonna mess with the wrong person, and then you're right. Then
I
what?
mean, he's trying to get her beat up and everything else. Trying to get people like Black Lives Matter after her. So.
I've not heard an update yet, Trump Tart or Kevin, that if she's out or not. I'm telling you now, it'll be a quick thing to get her out. The last time I seen a mass arrest like that, it took a week to process everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. She might be still stuck in a.
I'm hoping she's one of the first ones they process and get her out quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hoping. But it can't. There was a lot of people they arrested. It wasn't just there where she was at. You got to remember, they arrested people all around Atlanta.
Them cops just wanted to arrest her.
Yeah,
they could have told her to get out of here. You had like 2 seconds, get lost, or you're getting arrested. They didn't have to just do all that shit.
Right. Well, she was trying. She had even told him, "I'm going to my motel room," and the motel room wasn't but maybe 2 or 3 blocks away. Okay.
Right. I heard you say that. Yeah.
And they still arrested her. That cop was being a prick, and the lieutenant that she had good rapport with, when she was on the front lines, even told her, "Yeah, you'll be safe there. Stay there. Just don't move from there."
Yeah. He said, "Get on the sidewalk."
That jackass came out of the blue.
Right. He said, "Get on the sidewalk." I heard everybody heard that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Even the National Guard said, "Stay there. Don't get in our way." The National Guardman, he said, "Stay there. Don't get in our way, and you'll be okay." A National Guardsman said that. Okay, and he had sergeants. He had sergeant insignias on. Okay, so
all fucking lies.
That type of shit. That type of shit was bullshit. And that's why people are getting to the point they're really hating the cops more and more. Is that right there? Yeah, you're safe, but now you ain't. You get to go to jail. Yeah,
that's not right.
Yeah,
make up your mind.
Yeah. I mean, you tell somebody. See, that's the problem is one person says something or 2 people. Okay, so 2 people. So that lieutenant and somebody else you said, right, of the National Guard said, "Stay there." Okay, I heard the lieutenant say, "Stay there, move to the sidewalk." Okay, and then somebody else, like you said, something, right? Okay, well, why did she get arrested then? Okay, for one, she was filming. She was not doing anything. She was not with the people that were out there doing that shit.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's where I have a problem with that. And she kept saying it's a peaceful protest. If she and she is just filming, you know, and and but what it is they saw a person that was live on a media that they could not control. Okay, they got control over the mainstream media, and if you don't believe me, listen to the bullshit. They tried to say the riots started because people just got mad and went after the third precinct. They didn't report that at 10 a.m., where I was watching it on the Tatted Aviator stream. Okay. At 10 a.m., they started targeting people's heads with bullets when they were peacefully protesting. After the fifth person went down after being shot in the head and almost killed, that's when they attacked the freaking precinct and started smashing in windows that day. They also said, oh, the EMS and the fire department couldn't get anywhere. Okay. Uh, well, when the EMS came to pick up that girl that the cops almost killed, it looked like Moses Spartan, the Red Sea, man. The people moved out of that ambulance's way. Okay. They got to that girl with no resistance whatsoever. You see what
Tammy,
I'm saying?
Tammy, but you know just as well as I do that if they turn them damn sirens on, people has to move out of the way. So that's another bunch of bullshit. They said that they can't. Okay, yeah, the people. You know what? They can get through. You know, it's just more fucking lies on the shit.
Well, Minnesota News Now, when that AutoZone was burning, okay. Do you know what made that AutoZone completely burn to the ground? And he has the story, and he has the film to show it. The people that were doing the protest were even trying to help them firemen open up the goddamn fire hydrants and everything, helping them pull hoses, getting them to the fire hydrant, everything off the truck. Here come the third precinct cops and started shooting, and they even shot some of the firemen with the rubber fucking bullets. Okay, that's what made that freaking AutoZone burn down, and what made the firemen stop. Okay,
So they were getting nailed
after it caught on.
Jeez.
Yeah, and Minnesota News Now has it on film. But no, what's the mainstream media say? Oh, it's all the protesters' fault. They were stopping the firemen from getting there, blah, 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 blah. No, go watch Minnesota News Now and he'll show you an entirely different fucking story than what the mainstream media is showing or trying to push on the people. Okay. There was people that went into that AutoZone trying to put that fire out with blankets. You know, the old blanket brigade, remember that? That's where that statement came from. The blanket brigade. It was people trying to put fires out with blankets and smother it with blankets. Okay, they had a blanket brigade going there before the freaking firemen even got there. Okay, do you hear that on the mainstream media? Oh hell no, you don't. Okay, so actually, I think some have found where she's at. I'm not sure. I do know people went there to try to get her out and get her out as quick as they can. I'm talking about Peachy Rider, and I'm going to put her PayPal link out there again. Going to need help, guys. I'll tell you that now. Once it all goes down and gets done. Let me get to my channel. And
I hope her motorcycle is where she left it.
yeah, she may not even have a motorcycle. I'm telling you that now. She's been gone 4 days away from her motorcycle. So you know, she did say she had insurance, though. She told me
So
that.
I just got a message that Frank Hassel put out a video on Peachy on Twitter now. And it's Frank, Frank Hassel, Hassle. He put a video out on Twitter about Peachy Rider.
Was it a good video or a bad video?
What's that?
Was it a good video or a bad video?
It must be a bad video because Frank Hassel's a dick, remember?
Oh, that's the name. That's right. That's the name of the guy.
That's the name of the guy that had the hot dogs and everything else. And he tweeted a picture on Twitter where it showed him with a package of hot dogs in his hand. So he had that hot dog in his pocket and he was trying to say that he found it on the ground. She said he was sticking it in his mouth and sucking it and then waving it in front of her camera and doing all kinds of crazy shit.
No,
The guy's got
don't need money. You don't need money to help. We don't need money to help find her. We need money after the fact, my two beagles. That's why I keep putting her PayPal out there. There are underlying circumstances there where she may need the freaking help after all said and done. So like I said, $1 will go away. It go a long ways. Okay. You get 100 people giving $1, you know. What do you do, my two people? That's why I put her PayPal link out there. Try to help her out. Give her $1 donation, you know, whatever.
That guy Frank Hassel really needs to go away.
Yes, I agree. I agree. That was disgusting. But from what little bit I heard, from what I heard, and what very little bit I watched some of his videos, he's a disgusting individual. He's gross, and he needs to go away.
So we need to put it out there that there's somebody more disgusting than the Salty Rant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he makes you look like child's play, boy.
Makes me look like a fucking nun. That's funny shit.
Yeah. You look like you just begun, man. You know. Hey, Black Matter, what up, man? Hey, dogs, fuck your ass. How you?
He makes me look like a God-fearing man, is what he does.
A Balance is doing his own thing. I don't know what A Balance is doing. I didn't. So there you go. Docs, fuck your ass.
It's crazy, but you know. Crazy.
Hey, Alan B. Trucking. How are you, buddy? Anybody's
Anyway,
welcome up here. Do you know that? Here's the link to my thing.
So, Salty, you read out that last name again for me?
It's Hassel.
Okay.
Henry, Adam, Sam, Lincoln, okay. Edward. Frank Hassel.
Okay. All right, cool.
He's got a YouTube channel as well. I mean, the guy is just, wow.
Hey, Caterpillar. Yes, I'll repost her PayPal link, Cat.
You know, I always talk about people in Discord all the time. This guy is worse than the whole group, the popular kids. That's how bad this guy is.
Yes.
You've got my salty stamp of approval on that. I support this message.
That's what we've been talking about all morning, dogs. Fuck your ass. And yes, we've all had different opinions about it. And we all been talking very politely amongst each other this morning. It's really cool.
All right, I'm out, Tammy. You take care, buddy.
All right, bud. You take it easy. Go get some rest. I know you worked last night.
Yeah, I got to work tonight. Got to work tomorrow. I might have to work Thursday. Yep. Whatever. It's all good.
Just be careful, man. Like I said, just be careful. Um, his real name is Carmen Williams. I'm sorry, the way that guy acted in some of his videos, someone said someone needs to frickin' dig up his backyard. I would say do that, because they might find some stuff there. He just seems weird, that weird. What's up, Bruce?
What's up, man?
I saw you take off your mic. I thought maybe you wanted to say something. I hear you playing something in the background.
I think it's Hot Dogs Heroes Ghetto Rumble.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Watch out for Miss Piggy.
Frank Castle.
Hey, Gary the Snowflake's here.
Gary the
Now we're all in
Snowflake.
trouble.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, Gary Snowflake. What's up, buddy?
What you doing? What are you guys up to, huh? No fucking
You having
good,
a
right?
day?
No good.
There you go. That's what I like.
No good always. You know that. You know how
I'm
it
getting ready to
goes.
go to work.
So you back home yet, Tammy, or what?
I'm where I need to be, yes, right now.
All right. So you're home then, right? All right.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Did you get that tutu in the mail yet, or what?
No, I didn't. It's gonna have to be resent. It went to the wrong address since I'm not there.
Well, everybody's waiting, buddy. Everybody's waiting.
I know. I can't wait to see the video when you get me in an actual tutu.
Yeah, I can't wait either. You know me, man. It's all about the laughs.
Mhm.
You know?
Well, I guarantee you I'll be cracking up again, man. You crack me up.
A lot of people have been saying, thank you, Gary, for putting out so many funny videos. We're stuck in the fucking house. My wife and I were up till 3 a.m. watching them. We still didn't get a quarter of the way through them.
Yeah, I know. You are hilarious, man. I still
thanks,
say
guys.
you guys
You guys make the videos. You guys make them. I don't make them. It's all you guys.
Well, that's how George Carlin did his jokes too. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
He used everything that he's seen and then made jokes about it.
Exactly. Yep. That's what comedians do. Exactly. You know.
Yeah.
I love it when people. Because I hear behind the scenes. You know, I hear people say bad things. Like, oh, Gary Snowflake, but that's okay. I don't care. Doesn't bother me.
Well, anybody who has a problem with Gary Snowflake,
That's their problem, dude. It's their problem, not mine.
Yep. I mean, you're funny. You ain't hurting anybody. You ain't like that freaking hassle guy.
I've never seen that guy, so I don't know. Most people that people mention to me all the time, I'm like, I don't know who that person is. Everybody thinks I know everybody on YouTube. I don't really know anybody, you know.
Right. He attacks women or goes after women and things like that. Men too, but they're like he's a pretty big dude, so he's intimidating anyway,
What do you mean? He beats up women, or he just picks on them online?
He eats like a pound of hot dogs a day.
Yeah. Well, it ain't just that. When you sit there and you go up to someone and then you follow them 3 city blocks to harass them while they're trying to get away from you, that's a little bit overboard.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
See, that would never happen. That would never happen with me because I've been practicing social distancing my whole life. So anybody that comes fucking within 2 feet of me, I'm like, get the fuck away from me. You know?
Right. There you go.
Don't ask me questions. I don't have the answers to your questions. You know?
I got a question for you.
Oh, here we
go. Well, Gary, that's the thing is, like, that, and probably, other people like myself, I like to social distance myself from people too. I'm not big on, right up in the face either. So,
VSS, no, I didn't see that, but I did see Mommy and Minnie show her pepper ball bruises and all that, and she explained why y'all got shot. And I think that's pretty shitty that they shot you with them pepper balls.
Crazy.
You were trying to make sure they started shooting at a person that was trying to help another person by giving them water. And then they went up there and was filming it and telling them, hey, leave them alone. Let the man get some water, things like that. And then they started shooting DSS and Mommy and Minnie as well. It's stupid to what they were doing. And from the looks of that bruise, it must have been pretty damn close that they were shooting them at. So.
Mommy, how could you say something like that to me? Gary Snowflake sucks. I thought she liked me.
Gary Snowflake sucks.
Yeah, she says, Gary Snowflake sucks. Boo, get off the stage, asshole. The fuck did I ever do to her? What the fuck did I ever do to her?
I don't know. What did you, Mommy, what has Gary done to you?
Mommy, was it something I done said? I don't know. I don't remember saying anything to her that was out of line. I like her and her husband. I think they're fucking great. I supported the Walmart video. What the fuck? Now I'm a bad guy?
Hey, Golden Law.
See how they turn on me like that, you know?
Hey, I think it's funny about the shoe thing.
Oh, that was fucking hysterical. I wish they would have saved that video. That was fucking priceless.
Yes, I would have loved to see that. I would have died. Here, I'll put Peachy Writer's PayPal link out here in my chat here, guys.
So what happened? Peachy got arrested?
Yeah, she got arrested last night.
Oh shit, huh? For what?
For filming past curfew, I guess, because even though the one cop said yes, she'd be all right where she was at. Even the National Guardsman said, stay there, don't get out, and don't get in our way, you'll be all right. And then they came by and arrested her. Another group came by and arrested her anyway. Even though she was actually looking for a way out so she could get to her motel room, which was like 2.5 blocks away from where they were at. So. And so they were being real pricks is what they were doing.
Yeah, but what did they arrest her for?
Probably curfew violation.
Oh, well, was there a curfew?
Yes, there was.
Oh, and if there's a curfew
But
and you're out there, you're going to get
all
arrested.
right, but she was told she'd be all right by the other group that she had a good rapport with.
Yeah.
Okay. So needless to say, that's the type of shit that gets the cops disliked. One says, yes, you're all right. And the other one says, no, you ain't. You're going to fucking jail.
Okay, I think Mommy loves me again. She's making funny faces and says he's a damn asshole.
Yeah.
I'm back in her good graces. Thank God I wasn't going to be able to fucking sleep tonight, you know?
I was going to say you're going to cry yourself to sleep tonight.
Me and Mr. Pillow. There he is. There he is.
Hey, there's Hunter. What's up, buddy?
Hey, where's your sunglasses?
I don't have sunglasses. I have a sunroof. Because Odin said that roll-up windows was not good enough for my kids, so I went and got a sunroof. Is that good enough, sir?
Yeah, speaking of Odin, I ain't seen him in a hot minute.
Hi, Mommy.
Who ain't you seen?
Bite me!
Oh, she was breaking up. I couldn't hear her. Did she say fuck off and die, Gary?
Probably.
No, I said bite me.
Oh, okay.
She said bite me.
DSS, would you please bite her for me?
I value my teeth too much for that.
He's like, fuck that. He goes, she's going to hit me with a fucking shoe. Fuck that.
He says, I value my teeth too much.
So where you crazy kids off to in the car today? You taking us with you?
Do what? Gary?
Huh?
What did you ask?
I asked her, I said, is DSS and Mommy going to take us for a ride in the car? They're in the car right now. Are we going someplace? Where are we going?
I don't know. Where are we going, DSS?
Always.
Away. Is that what you said?
We're going back to the house.
Oh, okay, going to the house. So right now, I do know people went to try to go get her out last night. But the processing can take a while, unfortunately, with a mass arrest like that. Because you got to remember, it wasn't just where Peachy was that they were arresting people. It was all across Atlanta. So there was probably hundreds of people arrested last night across Atlanta.
Well, I mean, when you fucking broke curfew, Tammy, when you were living home with Mom and Dad, you got fucking punished. You went to your fucking room. Well, you know that you knew there was sneaking out the window.
I never had a curfew.
Sneaking out the window was not the answer, Tammy.
I never had a curfew. What are you talking about?
Hey, Gary.
I'm serious. I never had a curfew.
So,
yeah.
What?
So you're saying
what
that
DSS?
Big Papa government's just beating us with a belt because we broke curfew?
Couldn't hear anything he said.
Up like crazy. Fuck DSS.
Well, she's hitting him with a shoe, dude. He's trying his best. Give him a break. He's trying to drive the car. She's hitting him with the shoe. He's trying to talk on the phone.
Right.
I mean, he's trying his best at multitasking here. Let's give the guy some slack, guys.
I'm giving him all the slack in the world. I agree, Carolina. I agree.
Yeah, he's all fucked up right now. His fucking phone's all fucked up. Sounds like a robot.
I'm waiting on him to say, all humans must die. All humans must die. Yeah, I agree, Desiree. I agree on that.
Yeah, this rioting shit, it doesn't surprise me. The human race has really shown its true fucking colors more than just not just through this protest shit. Through the years, they've always shown what they're about. So
again, DDT, you are wrong. Ordinance is not law, so therefore it's not constitutional.
That guy's still around?
Yeah, DDT's still around.
There's Mommy. There she was. Now she's gone.
She says, I'm not hitting him with a damn shoe in the chat.
The damn shoe if he don't shut up.
Yeah, I ain't never going near your fucking house. Not the way I seen you beat him with that shoe in Walmart. I'm not even coming in your fucking neighborhood.
Oh, come on, Gary. The cookout
No fucking way, DSS. No fucking way, dude. No. The beatings will now begin.
Right, Chado. She was just trying to cover the news. You're right. And actually do it truthfully.
Can you see DSS in a protest and the cops coming towards them and Mommy of Many going after the cops with a shoe?
I can see that, actually.
I can see that, man. That would be funny shit.
I would laugh my ass off, too. Oh, my
shoe,
God.
I'll use a damn baseball bat.
Get your hands off my husband. She'll not be the cop with a fucking shoe.
Y'all should have seen her freaking out when the flashbangs shit started going off and I wasn't nowhere around her.
Oh man.
Yes, anybody wants to live by a the government rule that is against all rights and freedoms, the way I see it, go to North Korea. They love people like that. That's all I can say. If you want to live like that, North Korea loves people like that.
Bama, which video are we talking about here?
The one of you beating up by your husband in Walmart.
You're beating them up.
I think we was on Tank Boys panel.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Just because the video was deleted doesn't mean I don't remember it. That was a funny fucking video. That was one of the funniest things I've seen on fucking YouTube, man. Oh my god.
I hope he's all right.
I hope
You wish she
gonna
come up
be
on him.
okay.
That woman can run fast. He's fucking tall guy. He's got long legs. And one of his strides is she was up on him like a fucking fat kid on cake.
Fat pig on cake. A fat kid on cake. That's funny.
Oh man, he was no way he was getting away from her. No way.
You mean she was up on him like a cop on a donut?
There you go. Right. Same thing. You know what I mean. Oh yeah, he wasn't getting away, and that was fucking funny shit. No matter how we tried, she was. You see those eyes? She just looks at him like, "Where you think you're fucking going?" It's dying, man. Oh, I had to leave the room. I was laughing so hard I couldn't fucking breathe. But I love the funny shit on YouTube. I don't like the drama. I don't like the fucking yelling, all the fucking fighting with each other. I'm not into that shit, man. That's not
I
my
know
thing.
you ain't.
No,
I know
not
you
my
ain't. And you're great
Jimmy,
for comic
Gary
relief
just
when
called
things are
me.
getting out of hand.
He's fat.
What'd she say?
I don't know. What'd you say, Mommy and Minnie?
Mommy, I think you should type it because your phone's not working very well. Golden thighs. There you are. Haven't seen you in forever, girl.
Golden thighs.
Ed the Hicks is looking for your ass. He's got some fucking shit to tell you. You're after another one of her men? Oh boy.
She's gonna go for protest to riot on your ass, Golden Eyes.
Poor Golden, Ed is always after her. No, I did not call you fat, hon. No, not at all. That was not what I said. It was a phrase, a fat kid on cake, because, like a vicious animal coming after somebody.
Okay.
I could have said a wolf after his ear or something funny like that. I thought fat kid on cake.
That's why I brought up the idea of she was like a cop after
a cop on a donut, right? Same thing. Yeah, I would never call you fat, Mom. I'm not like that.
Desiree Thompson, you have a great day. Also, be careful out there, girl. So I like to say, be careful.
Yeah, when's Rick Crude coming back? He's been off for a while, huh?
Rick Crude should be back hopefully anytime soon. Because I know he had a gag order to not be on the internet for a while.
Golden Eye was there when I threw the shoe.
Oh, I'm sure, Chronic. Sure, I'm sure.
Oh, that was one of the best videos.
DDT said it'd be probably in November.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Mommy and Minnie says Golden Eyes was there when she threw the shoe.
Yeah, when the fucking shoe dropped, man, that was it. Yeah. He ran.
Yep. Yeah, so there's a lot of people from Texas. Oh my God. No, not from Texas. Oh my God. Who cares? Oh my God! Oh my God! The world's gonna come to an end. You're from Texas.
Oh,
Everybody's in here trying to say he's from Texas. He's from Texas. Who gives a fuck if he's from Texas? I don't care if he's from Egypt, man. Yeah, who cares?
all right. Here, Golden Eyes is starting to complain now about the fucking heat. 'Cause
JVD.
She doesn't have winter time where she lives, so she doesn't appreciate the heat.
JVB, you're a cool person. You've been cool in here. I don't have no problem.
And that goes back, Bruce, to what I was saying about fucking practicing social distancing. When
Yeah.
when it's cold out around here, people are like, oh, I hate the winter. And then when it gets warm, oh, it's so fucking hot. And I always say the same thing, get the fuck away from me.
Later, Alex.
Right.
Right, good.
Yeah, you were saying. Get the fuck away from me. That's what I tell them.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, get the fuck away from me.
A month ago, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Don't got a damn mask on or nothing, man. Get the fuck away from
Even
me.
before, even without the coronavirus, they come up with their fucking questions like I work at the fucking supermarket. Is this cantaloupe fresh? Get the fuck away from me. Does it look like I fucking work here? I must have a fucking sign on me somewhere that says this man is very helpful or something, but I'm not.
I wish I could have been there and mirrored that video when she did that.
With the shoe at Walmart?
Oh yeah, and then I would have
Dude,
sent you that in a heartbeat.
hands
dude.
down, it was fucking priceless. It was fucking priceless. Oh, did I laugh?
I would have sent you that in a heartbeat. Did you see Zeus De Niro's video?
Of what?
That he said that he was going to put out the other day that reminded him of you.
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, you need to go look at that, dude. The dude sounds a lot like you.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. I posted that, and Lobster thought, he goes, dude, he goes, wow, you were really fucking laying into that fucking. I go, dude, that's not me. Everybody thought it was really me, but that's not me. It does sound like me. People say it does sound like me, though.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like you. I mean, I've heard you talk on here enough to know it wasn't you, but it does sound a lot like you.
Yeah, it does sound a lot like me, I guess, yeah.
And what was funny, you know how you do the skits with Emo and he's in the background yelling shit at you.
Yeah.
That lady doing that said, crap. Go fuck yourself and die. I was cracking up when I heard her say that. Every time he talked, go fuck yourself and die.
I was in Lobster's, not last night, one night, and somebody asked me, they said, Gary, do you get flagged? I says, dude, if I could have a printout from YouTube of all the times that Emo and people have flagged me, dude, you could probably wouldn't be able to fit it in a fucking car.
Me, Emo. I don't need to be looked after, you bastard.
Make me look like a clown on the YouTube. I'm the laughing stock.
Oh, shame on you.
Thank you, Gary. You're a piece of shit, Gary.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny.
You can't even say prank call right. That shit cracked me up.
Yeah. But I mean, even with Emo, I mean, I tell people, I go, look, I haven't really done that many videos of Emo. It's not over 200. I think it was like 40 or something. I forget, but.
It's crazy that they're harassing them on the telephone, but I mean, jeez, man.
Yeah, I get blamed for that too. I don't crank call the kid. I don't make fake Emo accounts and go around fucking pretending to be him, but I get blamed for everything.
Yep. You're just an asshole, Gary. That's why. You're a piece of shit, Gary.
There's nothing wrong with being an asshole. There's nothing wrong with that.
I agree. I'm an asshole.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind taking the blame for it. I think it's fucking funny. He can't, like when he was mad at Jim the Trucker. Now, Jim the Trucker seems like a nice guy. I've been up on panel with him. Seems like a very nice guy, you know.
Jim the Trucker is an awesome dude.
Yeah, and then when Emo flipped out on him, somehow my name he gives me a favorable mention no matter who he's mad at. He's always Gary's fault. You know, no matter what. When he did the Jim the Trucker video, I don't know if you see it, Tim. You got to watch it. It's fucking hysterical. But yet again, there's Gary Snowflake in there. Now, he's mad at Jim, so why is my name coming in there? Because you know why? I am his arch nemesis. When he gets up in the morning, when he goes to sleep at night, he thinks about me.
Right. If they don't like you, they take, you know, they take Emo's picture and shit, you know. I mean, and then they blame you when you're not even doing nothing, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Every time I
They
get
do it for me too. You know, I haven't done shit to nobody. People out here, you know, making fucking things on me and coming in Tammy's and saying stupid shit, you know. When I'm not, when I haven't even been here, like what?
And the thing
Like,
is,
come on.
dude, the thing is, you have to take like a grain of salt because, like I told you,
I know that's what I do. Like,
yeah,
you know, Tammy knows I don't talk to him that way. I never have.
yeah.
I've always respected him, and he's always respected me.
Even when we had disagreements, Bruce has been respectful.
Right.
Yeah,
no
you agree.
hatred.
You agree to disagree, and that's fine. But like I say,
Right.
like I told Emo's friend Jeremiah, I says, look, YouTube is a fucking fantasy world. I have a real life outside of fucking YouTube. It's fun to come in here and fucking make funny videos of people and laugh, you know. But when you watch some fucking live streams, man, they argue like fucking school children. They're mad about this, they're mad about that. I'm like, you people are fucking pathetic, man. Why are you even getting angry with each other? You know, it's fucking YouTube. Why are you you're 3,000 miles away from each other. Oh, if you lived in my neighborhood, I'd kick your ass. It's like, give me a fucking throw the fuck up, man.
They're always talking about beating you up, you know. But really, they're just sitting day after day at their house, probably not even going outside.
Right. I went out. Me and my friends went out on the motorcycles. We went to a fucking massive cookout, fucking Sunday. Fucking, it was a great time. You know, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just sit in their house on the YouTube. They can't get off it. They love the drama, you know. And it's like, hey, that's no way you live your life, you know.
Hey, I tell you what,
you're
seeing me doing fishing videos here shortly. Going
yeah,
live.
Well, fucking hope so, Tam. Because looking at your ugly ass, I'd rather look at a couple of trout right now.
Where I'll be fishing won't be so much trout, probably bluegill, pike, things like that.
That's fine, man. That's fine. They have teeth, though, right, pike?
Pike do, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was a shot, damn it. It felt like a shot. See, I joke around with Tammy like this all the time. He don't give a shit, you know. Some people I say something to, oh man, they go through the fucking roof. I just laugh because they're all angry for nothing.
I mean, Gary really, if you look at his shit, he is fucking hilarious. He is up there, in my opinion, up there with George Carlin in his
I appreciate it. That's an honor if I could say, you know, to be compared to him. That guy was the master. He was my fucking hero.
Well, he was mine too. The man, anytime I needed a good laugh, the first thing I did was I used to have every George Carlin CD, and before that VHS tape, there was Mate.
I had albums because I was old. I had albums.
Oh, there you go. You had albums. But you know, if I wanted a good laugh, I just popped in a damn VHS tape, or then I go to the DVDs. You know, man.
Oh yeah, George Carlin.
And you're
George.
Right up just me. That is Rich Crude. I bet you in real life, Rick Crude is not that way. He's that way. He is that way.
Look at his last name. Crude.
Yeah,
That's his character on here. He's Rick Crude.
uh,
He's supposed to be crude and mean and nasty. That's his character. That's who he is. You know.
and I'll tell you now, if you listen to him and then you go back into the archives of ECW, WWF when it was called WWF, not WWE now. You look at a lot of his rhetoric that he uses is rhetoric that they used during those years, back in
Well,
the
I mean,
day.
he's really here just to fucking piss people off as much as he can, because that's
Well,
Rick Crude. He's crude. I mean, a lot of people don't get it because some people are slow in the head, but that's his whole thing. Like fucking salty rant. What do you think you're gonna get when that kid opens his mouth? You know?
we saw,
Right. There you go. Same fucking thing. You know?
and he says he's sold. Yeah,
He's got the ugliest fucking legs though. You gotta
he,
fucking
yeah. There's that's Peachy Rider's PayPal, by the way, guys. Um, so that I just put in there. Help her out if you can, guys. Like I said, $1 will go a long ways. Dollars, whatever she may need. Okay. There may be underlying repercussions that come from this, so let's help her out. All right. Do what we can. But yeah, Rick Crude lives up to his name. You're right, Gary. That is his YouTube name. I mean, what the hell? Uh, if you don't understand that, why go listen to him? Why go put yourself to be a target of him by going after him?
Well, the thing is, it's the same with me. If people, like, oh, I don't like what you do to emo, well, then don't fucking watch it then. Nobody's forcing you to go to my fucking channel and look at nothing,
Right. And
most of them, and this is the funny thing, the First Amendment fucking people, they love that word to come out of their mouths, but yet they want to take my First Amendment and bury it in the fucking basement and censor me. Oh, you shouldn't do any about emo. You shouldn't do any about Joe. You shouldn't do any about Tammy. Go fuck yourselves. You're not going to censor me. I have fucking First Amendment right also.
Yes, you do.
It's my First Amendment right to bust your balls.
Yep. Rich Arnold, as far as we know, she's still in a cage. Not sure if she's out yet or not. So, hey, Texas Justice, I have not had any up. But I can tell you now, the last time I seen a mass arrest like that, it wound up taking almost a week to go through processing for some of them. I'm hoping she's one of the first ones that they process through. I did hear she was supposed to see a judge today, maybe.
Chronic. Gary. How many times you heard people ask me to do videos about him? Metalhead's still waiting for one. I love Metalhead, but he just doesn't talk to me enough, dude, so I can get really the way he is and stuff, because that's the way it's got to work, People don't understand.
Right. I understand. I know there's a lot of people out there that want you to do videos. So.
Oh yeah. I get people ask me all the time.
I felt privileged when you did the first one about me, and then you did a second
one.
Oh,
you put that fucking banner up after on your fucking. Oh, I was dying. I'm like, look at this fucking kid. Oh man. But see, people like you got a good sense of humor. That's why I like talking to you. Because no matter what I say or do, I'm not going to offend you. I'm not trying to anyway. But you never tell me. You've never said to me, Gary. I think you're taking. You're hitting fucking emo a little hard. You never fucking said a word to me.
No, I ain't going to because of the simple fact. I mean, as a matter of fact, I tried to let emo know in the past. Hell,
well, you done
you did videos of me, and you're doing about him. It's fucking hilarious. He should lighten up and fucking grow up.
Everybody has told him that. Dude, that kid hates me from the minute he gets up to the minute he goes to bed. He fucking hates me. Last night, he was on a live stream just flipping out. I was in Lobsters, we were having some laughs, and I guess somebody was playing it in the background. He's gonna hire the fucking Gambonis in fucking New York to take me out. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? There he is.
There's
But
Metalhead.
There's Metalhead.
Gary,
That's
you
the
crazy.
first time, Metal, I've ever seen you without those headphones on. Be careful when you show your picture, you know. I'm very good with the screenshot button.
Yeah, I'm on the fucking phone now. I missed the computer.
Oh, what happened? Your computer died?
No, we just moved.
Oh, you just moved, yeah.
You're in a bad spot though right now,
Yeah,
Metalhead.
Yeah.
Getting a little robot on me here, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, just me. If you ever watch, you gotta watch the Jim the Trucker video that Emo put out. If you think it looked like Emo was about ready to stroke the fuck out, man, on that one. I'm
No,
telling you.
the one I thought he was going to stroke the frick out was that old one that you showed of him in the frickin' shower.
Oh, the shower curtain one.
Oh my God. I saw every vein in his fucking head just.
Everybody, till this day, you know, people tell me, they say, when I'm feeling sad, 3 or 4 times a week, I watch that video and I feel a lot better.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
And somebody said, well, you're an asshole for doing that to Emo. And I says, you know what? Without me, that video never would have come out, ever. You never would have got the shower curtain video.
Yep.
I'm not taking all the credit. I'm not a fucking credit hog or anything like that. It's true. Without me, a lot of these, I mean, like I said, Jim the Trucker, when you guys get a chance, watch it because it's fucking hysterical.
All right, I will.
Yeah, you got to see it, Tammy. You're going to be like, and Jim's a nice guy. I mean, I don't know what the fuck Jim did to him, but
I
you
don't
were
either.
losing your shit.
I've never had a problem with Jim the Trucker. He's always been a cool dude.
Yeah, Jim's very cool.
I've never seen him have a problem with anybody.
With anyone, right? Yeah.
Nope.
And then, you know, when he starts it, then he's like, Gary has attacked me maliciously. He brings me into it. I had nothing to do with you arguing with Jim, but I always come out. I'm in every fucking video that he does, you know.
Yep. Oh yeah, you are his centerpiece, man.
I'm his arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lobster put out a live stream last night. It says Gary is no longer the biggest piece of shit. And when
you're his Joker to his Batman.
Yeah, exactly. His arch nemesis. But I got up there and I says, Lobster, I'm shocked and appalled that you would even suggest such a thing. Did you or did you not watch the Jim the Trucker video? There he was again, mentioning me, and I had nothing to do with their argument. I have nothing. I wasn't even there, but I come into it all the time. I love the attention. I do. I'm not going to say I don't. I get a favorable mention every time he does a video.
Right.
Every time he does a live stream, I get a favorable mention. Yeah. If I got $10 for every time he opened his mouth about me, dude, I'd be a rich man right now.
And yes, I just want to let y'all know, yes, Rick Crude is a very good grandfather, just to let you know.
Hey, Tammy, I got to tell you, we just had our first protester yesterday at 3 p.m.
Oh, really?
I don't know how long it went or anything, but they closed the fucking town down. And here it was peaceful. It was peaceful. Nothing happened.
There's a lot of people that I've noticed through the, time I've been on here that had a problem with Rick Crude. I've done a couple of videos of him. One, he's naked with the sheep in the barn. He never fucking lashed out at me. He thought it was funny. I've never had a problem with the guy, but some people on here, their lives suck so bad. They need that drama. They need that arguing, that hatred, or whatever the fuck that drives these fucking people. I mean, yep. I just don't understand it, though. I mean, I've seen you flip out on people, Tammy, and I'm saying to myself, watching them, I didn't watch it for long, but I was like, why are you even wasting your time, dude? It's not worth it. You get yourself all worked up for what? Nothing. You didn't solve nothing. You're still angry. That person's not. And you got to live with the anger now. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yep.
Just laugh it off. You're better off laugh it off. Like you said, you're going to go fishing. Laugh it off and go fishing. Come back later, show us what you didn't catch, because we're going to have a fish story. I know you, so.
Oh, yeah.
Just laugh it off. Fuck it. Who cares what anybody on here thinks of you? I don't care what they think of me. I could give a rat's ass.
Bruce is back. Bruce made it back. Welcome back, Bruce.
Bruce, we lost you here.
You fucking piece of shit!
That fucking phrase will go down in history on YouTube.
You ain't kidding. Gary, you fucking piece of shit. That's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be, that's good. 100 years from now, people are going, oh,
Yep.
wow,
Jamie,
that's some funny shit.
my buddy, right? He calls me up one day. He says, "You're an asshole." He says, and his kid's in the background. Gary's a fucking piece of shit. Right? He's like, I'm glad there's no fucking school. He goes, I'm glad there's no fucking school right now because this kid would be at school fucking teaching all the other kids that Gary's a piece of fucking shit. Oh, it was the funniest thing.
Gary's a piece of shit.
You fucking piece of shit, Alan.
What's up, What's up, Alan?
What's up, everybody?
Okay.
To defend myself on YouTube! How dare you, Jim? How fucking dare you! It's not a pity party! Every video that Gary's done on me is slander! It's bullying! It's belittling me! If you're a fucking moron and you can't see it, you're a stupid asshole!
How dare you!
How dare you, Jim?
It's fucking hilarious right there.
How dare you, Jim? Oh my God, poor Jim, man. Like I said, I mean, I've seen Jim up on many panels. He's always been really cool. He's driving his truck, mind his own business. What the fuck did Jim do to deserve this? I got to find out. That was a good one.
We ain't got time to do much else.
Yeah, that was a good one, Bruce. You know, I gotta give it to you, dude, playing that. Look at Metal. He's wiping his fucking eyes. He's laughing so hard.
Oh, dude. I mean, that's like a childish rant, dude. Like, holy shit. Unbelievable.
And if you play it in slow motion, Bruce, you can see the spit flying off of his mustache across the fucking desk.
All over his beard and everything.
Oh my God. The Gen T one, when he did Gen T and Chip Poland, oh man, he had that shit was drooling out of his face. I never seen anybody spew fucking shit out of their face like that in my life. He's so emotional, isn't he?
That's worse than a woman on the rag.
Oh my fucking God, huh? Oh, he's a he's an emo on the diaper.
I've never had a problem with that guy. Like, I think he was funny, but like the shit that he says, like, and screaming like that, like, you're not going to get anywhere. I mean, it's the same with these protests. If you think screaming at people and the fucking vandalizing shit is going to bring back that man that died, no, it's not.
It's not. No.
I mean, it just shows. You're right. You know, it shows the human race, man.
Yep, the human race. That's the way. That's the way they are. They've been this way for a long time. It's not this guy dying or that guy dying. Like with this pandemic, when the food fucking shortages fucking started, you can see people fucking. They're ready to kill each other. They're ready to rob each other. Humans will do disgusting things to humans. Look at the prison system we have in this country. That's a good example of what we do to each other. You know.
Right.
My wife said that there was a text out saying that, like, with the looters and shit, supposedly, I guess they were all paid. You know, the ones doing the rioting.
Well, the thing is, I mean, when they're breaking into a store and looting it, what the fuck did that store owner, what does he have to do with this man losing his life? Nothing. You know? It has nothing to do with it.
All right.
You're ripping this guy off, you're fucking up his store and shit, and he's showing that, you know, and, you know, everybody talks about the YouTube community, which I don't really believe there is one. But out in the real world, there are communities. And when you do something like that to your community, I think it's appalling. When you destroy a shop owner's shop because you're mad about something, go destroy something else, man. Go destroy a fucking police station if that's what you're pissed at. You know, don't be pissed at the fucking store owner. He didn't do nothing.
I've seen a video this morning, and the highest ranking police officer, whatever it was, chief or whatever it was, or however high it goes up, was out with the protesters, the black, the white, whatever, you know, and he was with them hugging black people and everything, man. And he said exact thing like you just said, these fucking idiots, man, like that are destroying people's businesses. They have nothing to do with that man's death. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? Get rid of that shit. I don't care. I don't care where you come from. You do not go into somebody's business and do that shit. Period.
That's right. Yep.
This is the whole reason. People say they're fighting for us. Bullshit. You ain't fighting for me because I don't believe in vandalizing shit. I don't believe in stealing from people that are small businesses that are trying to make a fucking living, and these fuckers are out here. What is that going to do with the people? That man is dead. He ain't coming back. He's destroying shit isn't going to bring him back. And it ain't going to help the family.
And look at these small shop owners that they destroyed their shop. Through this fucking pandemic, these people have been struggling to keep their business open. And then you fucking do this to them. That's like a fucking double whammy on these people. I take my business and move out of your fucking community, a bunch of animals. That's what I tell these people, you know? But yeah, that's not right. I don't condone that kind of fucking behavior at all, you know? I think we're better. I like to think we're better than that, but we're really not. I mean, you look around the country.
A bunch of animals out there just destroying. And you know, what is that money that you're getting? Is that worth getting locked up for? You're going to get caught.
Yeah.
Believe you're going to get caught. People back at Rodney King.
I got a question for you.
What's that?
I got a question for all y'all. I'm going to go back into history. Let's go all the way back to let's go back all the way to the Boston Tea Party. They threw the merchandise into the Boston Harbor and then burnt the ships to the water. Okay, to make a point. Let's go with Sherman's March to the Sea, where he literally went from Vicksburg all the way across to the Atlantic Ocean, burning to make a point. It is to burn something through history is to get your voice heard by shocking people into listening to you. And that's what this is all about. Okay. Even in great moments in our history, they did it.
Well, look at Sherman's march. Look at Sherman's march to the sea. Burnt everything in his fucking path all the way to fucking. That's
what I'm talking about. He went from Vicksburg all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah. And that was his statement saying, we are fucking done. Okay. And that's what that's the way I took that. Okay. And that's the way he seemed to be doing it as well. We're fucking done. We're burning everything in our path to make our statement we're done. Okay. These are white people that did that.
That was war, though. This is not a war.
It is, because Trump just declared war on the people by saying he's sending the military.
I don't believe that now.
He's saying he's sending the military, which the military is not.
Because they're burning these people's shops down. They should send in the military.
Dude, no, he should not. That's what the National Guard's for. He's already got the National Guard there. By the Constitution, no military is to be used against the United States citizen on this soil. Period. He's going against the Constitution of the United States.
What he said and what he does is two different things. We know that about Trump. So he's always said things in
They're in Minnesota now. He's done it. There are real army, not National Guard, real army in Minnesota.
Right,
that was a declaration on people.
He can't legally just Trump can't legally just say that they're going to all the states. All right, for one, Congress can stop all that stuff, but it's the governors, man. It has to be through the governors of their own state.
That's for the National Guard. That is for the National Guard. Yes, not
But Trump has
the
no say
military.
on any state.
And he
He
sent
has no
army
say.
in. Trump
Oh,
sent
he
the
can send
army in.
money, but what I'm saying is he can do all that. What I'm
No,
saying
he
is
cannot. No, he cannot. By the Constitution of the United
that's what,
States, no matter what the circumstances, the United States military is not to be used on the citizens of the United States. And that is the Constitution. That's why they made the National Guard and made them a non-military branch. And that's why they should be the only ones there. I did not have a problem with the National Guard being there. I have a problem when the Army itself
right.
rolled in there.
And like I said, that's what I was trying to say. He doesn't have Trump doesn't have any right with the military, army, or any of that stuff. That's
Yes,
all I'm
he
saying.
does. He's the commander
Huh?
in chief of them. What the hell are you talking about? He is the commander in chief of all military.
Oh, okay, we're getting really political here now, Tammy. Scaring me, buddy. You're scaring me.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm like, hold on. He is the commander in chief. I'm like,
well, that's why we also have Congress. It's just supposed to, this.
No, that's to actually, Congress is just to make an actual declaration of war.
Right.
That's it. The Congress, if Trump says right now, I want the whole Sixth Fleet to go take over in Afghanistan, okay, and but I'm going to call it a police action. He can do that. Okay.
Well, I think
Congress is the one that says, okay, we declared war on Afghanistan, and now it's not a police action no more.
Well, I think that these store owners, they don't need the National Guard. Give them a fucking machine gun, and the little punks come with their rocks to rob his fucking store. I say kill every one of those little fuckers that fucking try to break into his store and steal his shit. Kill every fucking one of them. I don't care if they're white, black, Chinese. Kill every fucking one of them. There's no excuse.
They've got to protesting, like Peachy was doing and stuff, like in those one people, not the ones. That's just.
By the way, Golden Eyes, I'm in a place where the people ask me not to. They don't want their information out on the internet and all. So I got to respect that. So I can't tell you where exactly I'm at.
I know where he is. I'll tell you.
Where am I? In hell? But
all
yeah.
Right.
But the National Guard, I did not have no problem with. It's when they actually did roll in the real army into Minnesota. I have a problem with that.
Well, if the National Guard starts fucking shooting fucking people that are breaking
They
into
are.
shops, everybody's going to start
By the
crying.
way,
They're going to start crying another fucking river story. It's going to be like, no, you break
By
into
the way,
somebody's
Gary-
fucking business and you steal their shit. Fuck you. You deserve to
Gary,
get shot.
slow your roll a second. The National Guard is. There is videos out where the National Guard was coming through people's neighborhoods that were peaceful. There was no rioting, no anything going on. The people were standing out on their porches in their own homes and videoing them.
So?
And they started yelling, "Get the fuck in your goddamn houses, motherfuckers! Oh, get the fuck in there!" And when they didn't move quick enough, they started shooting people with rubber bullets at their houses.
Well, why? Because there's a curfew.
I have
right?
a problem with that. I have a problem with
well,
that.
now see, there you go. Because go ahead, Bruce. You haven't had a chance. Go ahead.
You don't have a problem with that when people at their houses, there's nothing wrong going there.
Okay.
You don't have a problem with that at all when there's nothing at all happening in their neighborhood. These people are peaceful. They aren't doing nothing but standing on their front porches, and that's it.
Right.
Why did they tell them to get in the house? Because there's a fucking curfew. Get in the fucking house then.
Fuck that. That's their goddamn house.
Fuck that. I'm on my property.
Fuck them.
Yeah,
That's their property. If they want to sit there and shit on their front porch, they should be able to shit on their front porch. You know, that's their property.
Well, I've yet to see any video of National Guard people firing an old Jet sitting on his porch in his rocking chair.
Joe Cool put that link out the other day.
Joe Cool.
If I could get that link again. Joe Coolbush is the one who sent me that link, and I watched that. And yes, they were. You see the fucking National Guard. You see a Humvee, and then you see literally hundreds of National Guards coming in, marching in behind that fucking Humvee, and they stop in the middle of the street where people are videoing.
They were behind. They were behind the cops yesterday when they were behind the cops yesterday when P.T. Ryder. Remember when Peachy was standing there? The cops were in front, and then when they were, that one guy was talking with that lady police officer and that big Jamaican police officer, right?
Right.
And they were behind him.
Mm-hmm.
They were behind him the whole time. At least that's what I seen. I mean,
yeah. And then some trigger happy asshole starts shooting at people having peaceful rhetoric. Yes, it was heated. No one was actually throwing anything. No one was hitting anybody. No one was doing anything.
You know, I'm the last person.
So it was peaceful. Yes, it was heated, but it was peaceful. And then some trigger happy asshole starts popping off tear gas at him.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that shit pissed me off.
I agree. Like I said, I'm not one of those ones that gets my ass out there. Okay. I've dealt with the police for years of my life. I've been harassed by them. I've been, said, hey, you're going to get out of here. You're going to get beat. And when they mean that, they're going to beat you. Okay. All right. And, it's what it is. But when they say there's a fucking curfew, it doesn't matter. I'm not big on law at all. Okay. But when they say there's a fucking curfew and people are out there, okay, and they still want to stay, then period. Okay. It's just, listen, now people in their houses, I mean, if you're going to arrest people in their own houses, that's one thing, but you're out there and there's a fucking curfew at 7, 8, 9 o'clock and you're out there still. Okay.
On your motherfucking porch.
No, I'm not talking about, I'm saying when you're out there, Tammy, when you're out there and there's a damn curfew, okay, those people, okay, doesn't matter if it's peaceful or not. There's a curfew. I can't stand cops. Okay, to be honest with you.
So you're saying it's okay for them to come up if you're sitting on your porch property, doing nothing wrong, and shoot you?
I'm not talking about property. You just heard me, Tammy, say on the property. That's bullshit. I'm saying the people.
Okay, I misunderstood what you're saying. Okay,
the people out on the streets are not serving you and me any fucking rights by them doing that. When there's a curfew, there's a curfew. It doesn't matter if we like cops or we do. The fact of the matter is,
like with P.T. Ryder, who was told she would be
that was wrong. That was wrong. That was unacceptable. That cop could have said, "Hey, that lieutenant, we all heard. You can get on the side. You can get on the sidewalk." I heard that. What I'm saying is one person says one thing and then another person says you're going to jail. That's bullshit. Last night, that was unacceptable on Peachy's part. She did nothing wrong.
Yes, it was. She did absolutely nothing wrong, and you're right. Them cops were in the wrong, wholeheartedly. And I'm sorry, that shit just pissed me off. Is what it did. But that's the type of stuff that gets these people so frustrated, and has been happening. And now you're saying, but now they can't say. Now they can't say. They should now be saying, "Hey, this is not a black and white thing," and get over the black and white thing, including the black people that are saying, why are you here? This ain't your fight. Yes, the fuck it is. It just became her fight 10 times stronger because she just got arrested over lying ass bullshit from the cops. Okay.
That I heard some stuff like that, some of that yesterday. And you know what? PT Ryder doesn't have. She's not racist at all. She through her 4 days there, she was talking to not black, white, everybody she was talking to. And you know what? She did nothing wrong, and that person is in the wrong by saying it's just about the black people, because that's bullshit. Listen, I think that's what's wrong with this world. People need to work together. This fucking racist shit needs to stop. Okay?
I agree.
Nobody's saying that the black people aren't getting more arrested or getting thrown in jail. Okay? It's getting out of hand. It needs to stop, man. People are sick and tired of this stuff. I'm sick and tired of having to go out in the street. I'm respectful to everybody. I don't care what you are. Okay? I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're Chinese. I don't care if I like everybody. I love everybody.
Same here. Same here.
But when you are going to sit there and say that white people can't be there, that's a bunch of bullshit. PT Ryder and a bunch of other white people are there, are fighting the fight with them and being peaceful and getting arrested for absolutely fucking nothing after being told to stand on the fucking sidewalk. That was by the lieutenant. The lieutenant that she had a core with. Right. Fuck,
Hell,
man,
even
those police in Atlanta.
There was a sergeant in the National Guard. Okay, they were moving up the sidewalk, and she didn't even realize they started moving again. When she did, she stepped off to the side. She said, "Sir, am I all right here?" He said, "Yes, just don't get in our way. It's okay." Okay, and that's what even a sergeant with the National Guard said. Okay, or if you look at that, if he was back behind him, she had gotten in between the National Guard and the police, and they started moving up the sidewalk. She was standing on the sidewalk. She moved back a few steps so they could do what they needed to do, and she said, "Am I okay here?" And that sergeant even said, "Yes, you're okay there. Just don't get in our way." Okay. And then you got these fucks coming up from another side doing that. That's what causes these people to go to extremes. I mean, come on. You were a half hour before curfew, there's where Peachy Rider was, uh, uh, trigger happy assholes start popping off tear gas. And then it was the first people to move on that line was 20 minutes till curfew, and it was the white cops started moving that line forward. The black cops were hesitant to do it. I saw that as well.
Okay, this is just all crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, peaceful protest, tear gas from Trump.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And like I said, I was watching the Tatted Aviator's stream, where he went live. At 10 a.m. in the fucking morning, they were targeting people's heads and shooting people in the head that were peacefully protesting off the top of that precinct building.
Yeah.
They almost hit Tatted Aviator with bean bags and shit. What was Tatted Aviator doing? Nothing but standing there being quiet and filming.
People in charge getting trigger happy. But like I said, man, I mean, I don't.
I never seen anything being thrown in. I never even seen. I never heard her make the statement that things were being thrown, Bama. So, and I know she won't accept no phone calls. She'll cuss you out real quick when she's live. So, I'm just wanting to know where that happened, Bama, on that. Right, CFW. Because I never seen it. I never seen it, Bama. She never said a word about it, and I never seen it. So,
Right.
so hopefully she'll clear that up when she gets back live. I'm sure she's going to go live as soon as she gets out. I'm pretty sure, if not, sometime soon afterwards.
Right. Yeah.
And you're right,
Sure.
CFW. We are asking for the cops to leave us alone, stop cops explaining, to stop giving unlawful orders, and then they put a curfew, giving the cops even more powers to mess with us. See, that right there is beyond my thinking.
Well, even like they were saying too, Tammy, about like this pandemic thing. Okay, I don't know if you watched on the news or heard, but Wisconsin was one of the first ones to fight that. Okay, and to their Supreme Court there, their highest courts there in Wisconsin, and they said that.
Broke up, Bruce. Can't hear you, buddy.
Jamie,
Yeah, Alan.
that Minneapolis cops coming by shooting people on the porch.
Yeah.
Do some research into that.
Okay.
I'm getting told it was the cops that were shooting beanbags at the people
Oh, no,
on the
they
porch.
weren't shooting beanbags. They shot that 13-year-old kid with rubber bullets. It wasn't a beanbag. It was a rubber bullet. They showed that bruise on that poor kid, and that was a rubber bullet.
I didn't even see that one.
Yeah. He got shot with a rubber bullet, not a bean. I've heard that, but they sure in the hell look like fucking National Guard to me. Maybe the National Guard gave them some uniforms and all that because they weren't no cop uniform, not the one that I seen. They were in National Guard uniform, and they even had National Guard insignia. Yeah. They had National Guard insignia on top of their freaking helmet. So that's why I thought they were National Guard, not cop. So
walks like a duck, fights like a duck.
Yep. So hey, She Devil, hey King 9. Okay, I didn't know Chris Powers was live. If y'all are interested in Chris Powers, go talk to him live or whatever. But yeah, that's what the video I seen, and that was straight up. They were, unless the National Guard gave them uniforms to, which they may have. I ain't saying they didn't.
Yeah. Also, you got a laptop, you're able to see a bigger screen than I am.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to see on a phone. I watched it first on the phone, even on the big i10 phone I was watching it on. It was hard to see. Once I got here and I rewatched it on my screen, and I was able to actually stop it, take a screenshot of it, and then bring it up. You can see the National Guard insignias and things like that on them. So, Chris Powers has been a helpful person. Chris Powers has been a helpful person in the community. He's helped out with monies, things like that in the past. So y'all know. Hey six son. Hey Kevin R. So, but yeah, if you get a chance, to where you can stop it, take a screenshot, and then blow it up, you'll see it. You'll see the insignia. And all.
National Guard. Yeah.
And at least the video that I watched, I need to get Joe Cool to give me that link again. Because unless you got, hey, I hope you got Joe Cool's link, and then you can do that. What's up, Bruce?
Yeah, what's up? Oh, all I was saying is that even the pandemic thing, like Wisconsin had went to their highest courts there, and they were saying the people that were making them stay home was, I guess it was, violation on the Constitution. So they ended up having to open up, and people didn't have to wear their mask, none of that stuff.
Yeah, they were actually having mask burning parties in some of the bar parking lots. It was great.
This world's coming to, man. World is just fucking nuts, man.
Yeah. LinkedIn coming. So, but see, I knew that we already knew that it brought civil unrest for a lot of places. The pandemic bullshit and them locking us down and things like that for as long as they did. People losing their jobs. Now price of meat and everything's going up. Some places are even rationing how much meat you can get, things like that. Yeah, what's up?
They had a check this out. Now that you're speaking of food, I was up at the store and it was 2 pounds. Honest to God, it was like a beef roast. Honest to God, they wanted almost $34 for it, man.
That's what I'm talking about. They've gotten stupid. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Tammy, I just put that link up, the lady getting shot on her porch.
Okay.
So it's in private chat.
Oh, okay. Let me do that real quick.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we want.
And I'll put it out in my YouTube.
Yeah, I put it in your YouTube, but you weren't seeing it. So.
Oh, you put it out in YouTube for me?
Yeah, I put it in both.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, that, man.
Hey, Bruce. Yeah, I'm going to be watching in chat.
All right, bud. All right.
All right, man. Thanks.
If you go to that link and then you stop it and you actually zoom in on them, you will see the National Guard insignias on their uniforms. It's hard to see because they're small anyway. That's one of the reasons they're National Guard. They use small insignia, and things like that. The Army has bigger insignia, easier to see, more well defined.
They really need the Army when you got the National Guard. National Guard, like you said, like, do you really need the damn Army?
You don't.
Like,
you should not.
This is meant for battle. Okay, policing. Okay, and then like you said, yeah, okay, I get it. The Congress says the war, like in Afghanistan. Okay, they have the right, like you said, they have the right to do all that. Okay, but you can't be This is what I mean with, I know there's people that like Trump, there's people that don't, but that shit yesterday was just uncalled for.
Yes.
It's listen, you're in power, okay, be a leader, okay, good or bad, doesn't matter if people like you. The fact of the matter is that was one of the most stupidest things I think I heard come out of his mouth. And he's done a lot of dumb shit. And I'll credit for some of the stuff, John, but that yesterday was, you're the leader of our country, not a fuck, the shit that what he said was wrong. That's just me. Maybe people will say I'm wrong, but that's my opinion. That's bullshit. No Army, dude. You got the National Guard. Use them.
Yeah, to me, that was the declaration of war on the people.
You're
without
right.
declaring war.
You're absolutely correct on that, man. That is a war on the people. And then they wonder why all these people are doing what they do, even though society has already shown, man, this shit's been going on for a long time. Vandalizing shit, destroying, stealing. It's been going on for a long time. It's wrong. I don't agree with it. But until things change, this is what we're going to be living in. You know, look what happened.
You broke up again, Bruce. You're still can't hear you, bud.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
Oh,
until things change, the communities are going to just get this. This is what it's going to be. This is what we're going to be dealing with. People in their small businesses aren't even going to have one because they'll be destroyed or burned down until things change and people work together and the police stop doing what they're doing.
Well, okay, I looked at the Insurrection Act that you just said, Clarence Feltner. By that, yeah, he might have the right, but that's still the last time that happened was during the Civil War, and it became a war. So it's a declaration of war if you do that. If you any way you look at it. Um, um, all right, just me. Thank you. Okay, Peachy has court at 1 p.m. Thank you, just me, for letting me know that. Thank you for that. I'm glad he's giving that update as well. So that's good. I'm happy to hear that, but that's still going to be a little while. I hate that it's taking that long. And thank you for letting us know that Chris Power will be giving an update again around 3. Go ahead, Alan.
isn't it 1:30?
According to just me, Chris Powers just gave an update on Peachy Riders. He has court at 1 p.m.
I guess he's just getting out of court now.
Right. Yep. Should be. So it's 1:24 now. Yeah. It's 1:24, but going to court and actually seeing the judge, two different things. I know when I was in jail down there in Florida, I was scheduled to see the judge at 9. Okay, I was scheduled to be there in court for the judge at 9, but I didn't get to talk to the judge till 11. You see what I'm saying?
That's about what I was gonna say. 11.
Yeah. So it depends. If they're rolling along, then that's good. But something can always happen. Like I've seen people just go off on the judge in the freaking courtroom and tell him off, and all hell breaks loose, and blah 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 blah.
We were going in there 3 at a time.
Yep. I mean, so yeah, there you have it. It could be there could be all sorts of extenuating circumstances that can delay that any length of time. Things like that. So let's hope things click, roll along, and go good, and she's just done with it at pretty quick, and out. And then they could get her out. Then you got to remember she's got to be processed out, and that could take hours. You know how cops can be. We've seen it a million times. Go in and pay the bail, and then 5 hours later they finally get out of the jail. So I mean,
Yeah.
so let's
I
hope
can't remember
everything.
how long it took for me to get out from the time they posted bail.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh.
I know when I got out of jail, they threw the bail, and I got out about 2 hours after the bail was put out. Okay, they put me on standby for 2 hours, you know, in the jail, you know, literally. So hey, 69 Mammy, how are you, hon? I hope you're doing well.
Fortunately, when I went in front of the judge, I was got one on the end, so I only had one handcuffed.
Mm,
Poor guy in the middle, he had both of his hands cuffed. Me and the other guy.
right. So there you go. I mean, you never know. They might do that with her, you know, because it's such a large crowd. It might just go. It might just go where it's it takes they take 4, 5, 6 of them. Say, "Hey, okay, there you go. You know,
Oh, dude, apologizing
hoping
for
that's what
wiping his
happens.
nose.
Right.
Like, dude, there ain't nothing we can do about it.
Yep. There's my StreamYard link if anybody wants to come up. You know, I'm glad She Devil is back. Hey, She Devil, I went through my stuff. I did not see that you were blocked anywhere in my channel. I just want to let you know. Sometimes with this crap with the bots and you got to refresh the channel. Sometimes as much as 2, 3, 4 times before you can start talking again. Um, so you know, I did not see where you were blocked, She Devil. But just remember that if that happens again, keep that in mind. By the way, hello, Morbid Angel. Uh, uh, so that way you know. So if that happens again, just refresh. Okay, yeah, just keep refreshing, She Devil. Sometimes it happens. I've had that happen where I thought I was blocked out of a stream and I just kept having to refresh. And then finally, after about the 4th, 5th time, I finally got to come back in. It's this damn bot shit that they're going by in YouTube. Uh, it's stupid how it works. Yeah. Tell you now, running up and down them damn stairs, my freaking calf muscles are like rocks now because of I actually worked them out. And I was sore for almost 3 days after I got there at Zeus's because I was running up and down stairs. You know, it was like, wow, man.
Yeah, I was
I
dragging
got
brush.
what's that,
I was
Alex?
dragging, I was dragging brush downhill at the house. Wore my other calves out,
Yep.
back and forth, down and up the hill.
Yep. Oh, that'll get you too. Running bushes up and down a hill. You ain't kidding, man. I've been there. I've done that crap. Uh, and then I used to weed eat almost 5 acres of ground because it was on a hill that was like this. I mean, it was almost straight up and down. You couldn't really walk straight up and down this hill. It was so steep you had to walk at an angle or walk back and forth like I did with weed eater. I'd go down one angle, then step down a few steps, and then come back, then step down a few steps and go back. And that's how I had to cut that, you know, because no lawnmower was going on it for sure. It was too steep, and that was 5 acres of ground that I weeded. That you want to talk about having some calf muscles? I had some calf muscles and leg muscles then when I was doing that about every other day. Well, like about every other week. I should say not every other day, every other week.
Yeah, out there
Yeah,
on
I
my
had.
range is the only place I got to worry about it. Mowing that hill.
Go ahead.
I just save it for the power company.
Yep. Yep. That's the best way to do it. If you could get let someone else do it, let someone else do it. uh, but yeah, you might also start seeing me do a little bit of fishing stuff here shortly, things like that. So and I hope Mammy gets to feeling better, hon. I hope you really do. Yeah. But yeah, I want to make sure. Hold on, let me make sure something. Yeah, She Devil does have a wrench. Good. Okay. I wanted to make sure she had a wrench so no one can kick her out. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah. Uh, here before long, I'm going to shut down. I've been going almost
Hell,
3 hours, a little over 3 hours. Um, and I got to get some things done on my computer anyway.
the other day you had that one that was in there giving you hell. Me and another wrench is in there. Let me say the word.
Yep. Well, if there's someone in there that is gray, um, all you if they were and they're giving me hell and I don't say leave them alone, get rid of them. That's all I can say. Get rid of them, and I don't mean time them out. I mean get rid of them. I mean, unless you think they can be redeemed through a timeout. Okay, if you think a timeout is warranted, then say, hey, don't do that no more. It's fine. But if you don't, if you think that won't work, get rid of them. All right, that's all I can say. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't remember who the other
If you
wrench
noticed,
was.
I'm really trying to. If you notice, I'm really trying to get away from the drama a lot more. You know, uh, there's too much going on out here for us to worry about our little peddly ass squabbles and our little wham wham whams and cry cry
Yeah.
cry. You know, we got a world that's turning upside down that we got to prepare for. Okay. Uh, I'm bringing you this stuff not only for your own, when I go live for someone and have their stream up, whatever, I'm giving them a record that they can call upon to get. Okay. One, two, I'm also doing this so you all know what to prepare for. Three, uh, it's going to get nasty. And I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon. It's going to get nasty. I keep telling y'all, don't think these black folk that are out there throwing rocks and bottles don't have guns. They just have chose not to use guns yet. Okay.
Yep.
Don't think these white folks that are out there yelling and screaming also don't have guns. They've just chose not to use guns yet. Okay. Believe it or not, even with the rock throwing and the bottle throwing, this has been very peaceful because it has not been any real gunfire from either side that I know of yet. Okay. Uh, that I've heard of. Uh, hey, YouTube watcher, what's up, buddy? Um, so it could get a lot, a lot worse yet to come. Okay, and people need to remember that. Okay, is that's how serious it can get.
Uh, have a good one, Tammy.
All right, Alan, you try to be careful out there, bro. Be careful going into them cities where anything's going on, man.
Oh yeah, I went through Dallas this morning.
Oh, I ain't asking you if you do, but I hope you have a way to protect yourself on that truck.
Oh, most definitely.
Good, good, because it can be stupid, it can get hateful, and it can be, if they think you're going somewhere with something, and And just protect yourself. Get away from the truck. Let them have the fucking truck. That
Yeah, they
shit's
can have the
insured.
truck.
Yeah, that
I'll
shit's
park it where they want me
insured.
to.
Yeah, yeah, that shit's insured. Okay, even that load that you got in the back of that truck, it's that fucking shit's insured. Let them have it.
I'll park it where they want me to. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's the way I look at it. That's the way I would have looked at it too. That's about like my buddy. We got switched up and turned around in North Philadelphia back in the day, and that looked like back then. That looked like a war scene, where you see burn up cars, and everything, have busted off buildings and shit, falling down buildings and all that. That's what North Philadelphia looked like. Okay, when we went where the part we went through. Okay, and he said he pulled out his sawed off shotgun, put it in his lap, and he said, "Okay, we're going through. If they want this truck, the only thing we're doing is protecting ourselves to get away from them." He says they could have the motherfucking truck, you know.
Yep.
So,
Let me grab a handful of stuff out of this truck and you can have it.
hmm and that's just the way he looked at it. If they want this fucking truck, they can have it. They can burn it to the ground. They can take all of it out and eat it, because we were hauling ears of corn at that time. We had a truckload from front to back of nothing but ears of corn and wooden crates. He said they could eat it. They could do whatever. I'll park it in the middle of wherever they want it parked, but just let us get out of there in a peaceful manner. That's what he wanted. You know, he didn't give a fuck about that truck. He didn't give a fuck about that load if it came down to it.
Yep.
So four cops shot in St. Louis and one in critical. Clarence, is that what you said? Well, well, I, I hate to say this, but how many people have they shot and killed unarmed? Things like that. Just saying. Four ain't many. You know what I'm saying?
Later.
Later, Alan. You have a good one, buddy. Be
Yeah,
safe
try
out there,
to.
bro. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I've been on here almost 3 hours and 30 minutes. I'm going to shut this down. I'll be back later, more than likely. And you all try to have a good day. Be safe out there. Watch y'all's backs. Y'all, be safe out there. Watch y'all's backs. Don't and prayers for everybody, really, on both sides, really. Prayers for both sides. I pray that the government side actually freaking opens their eyes and actually does start listening to these people, and listening to the people. I pray for the other side to try to keep it peaceful and try to keep protests to peaceful, and hopefully they can come to a conclusion and come to a good understanding and get things done. But I'm going to put a but there. I know how they've done Native Americans. Peaceful gets them thrown in prison. Peaceful has uh, got them killed. Peaceful had got them lied about, saying they were massacring people when they weren't, and people came in and killed them by the hundreds. So you see what I'm saying? And people have seen what the government has done through history. I hope this is a turning point in the history books to where it can be done peacefully from this point on. And I do pray for that every night, so y'all know. And y'all need to just be safe, watch your backs. Don't let anybody try to come after you on your own property, no matter who it is, which side. You have the right to your freedoms. especially in your own property. And that's the way I see it. I don't care which side it is. Protect yourself any way you seem fit. And that's from both sides. And on that note, I shall talk to you all later. And you all have a good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Let's all keep Peachy Rider in our prayers and hope things go good for Peachy Rider. Okay. Again, I'm gonna put her PayPal out one more time. Let's help her out any way we can. Like I said, a dollar can go a long ways. Okay. And there is her PayPal. Like I said, a dollar could go a long ways. Yeah, you get 100 people giving a dollar, that's $100. You see, and that can go a long ways in helping someone. And y'all try to have a good rest of your day. I will see you all probably later on tonight. And I'll talk to you later. I'm out. Hey, Bruce Renounder. And y'all have a good night, good day, good morning, good afternoon. I'm out, guys. Talk to you later.